What's going on, my people? Hey, everybody. I'm just waiting to see if JB is going to come on. Y'all, I am war, what we call the heck out. Excuse me for not coming on with my usual, hey, this is Creole, blah, 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 blah. I have been busy ever since, let's see, 8 this morning. I have honey. Surdy today owes me nothing, okay? The outside owes a girl nothing, okay? Because let me see, I got up early this morning. I did the things. I left and went to my auntie's wake. I didn't stay for the funeral. I went to the wake, kissed some family members, hugged some family members, said my condolences, said my goodbyes, left, went, got me my coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, came back home, did some more things, changed clothes, left out to go get some gas, then drove to another city for our family reunion today. And I'm just getting in. I done line danced and partied and took pictures and all the things. I done ate and I'm wore out. I really am. But it's a good wore out, you know. It's a really, really good wore out. So if JB doesn't grace this platform in the next 10, I'm going to call it and we'll holler at each other Monday. Okay. Like y'all probably see me if y'all go to ODS's tonight. I'll probably do a little modding there before I turn in because I do have church in the morning. But y'all, it was it was good, you know, and being there with my oldest child, uh, and with some of my older relatives and stuff, and relatives from out of town, and loving on each other and having fun and taking pictures. And the matriarch of the family, who's 96, going on 97, still walking, still feeding itself, still eating and still alert, still got his eyesight and all of this and stuff. It's just like, whoa, you know, it was just, yeah, thank you, Kim B. It was just awesome, we don't know what's to come. Like I said, with this administration, all we got to do is just keep God first and just enjoy whatever life that you have. Enjoy it, y'all. Because you say I ain't got no voice still, right? My voice really left today, but and let me tell y'all, I got a blessing. Let me tell y'all. Okay, so my birthday's coming up in September, right? And so last year I was supposed to have had a birthday suite to myself, right? For whatever reason, it fell through. Like somebody was gonna give it to me on their discount because they like this big to do at this hotel, and they was gonna give me on you know on their employee discount, which like if a night is like $500, all I would have been responsible for was 100. Okay, that's a real discount, right? But it fell through. So I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and tell them I want the same deal this year. Go ahead and get me on there, get me booked and all this. Don't y'all know? I got a call today, and the person said, "Did you respond to my text message?" And I was like, I said, "No, I didn't know that you sent me a text message." He's like, "Yeah, look at your text message and let me know because I'm making it sweet for you this year because I know where you wanted to stay at. It's no open dates, especially for your birthday because a convention is here. However, the very brand new hotel that just opened up, I got you on your birthday there, and I'm footing the bill, so you don't have to come out of your pocket for nothing. Just enjoy your birthday. See? Oh my God. It feels so good to be loved. To be loved. To be loved. Oh, what a feeling to be loved. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm like, are you serious? I looked at, and the person was like, look at it, tell me if it's okay, look at the area. If you know this is the brand new one, blah, 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 blah. And I got the bill. I already got it. I got your confirmation and blah, blah, blah. It's all on me. I was like, y'all should see how much a hotel is for one night. I was like, yes. What am I gonna say? No? Yes. So I didn't get a chance to go on the cruise this year. And I hate it because the cruise lines is changing against blacks, but that's a whole nother story. I know y'all done heard that they don't want boots on the ground, they don't want the fans, they don't want the song, they don't want the radios, they don't want none of that. Everything that made them popular, they don't want it. So yeah. So but my birthday is already taken care of. I know Kim B won't he do it. I said, you know what? That's why I treat people right, because God takes care of me. I keep telling people that they don't believe it. When you bless me, you're blessed. And that has always been the way. Anybody who bless me, God blesses them. I'm a blessing to be a blessing. I keep telling people that. But anyway, so I was like, wow. So just excited. Um, Again, JB, I don't know where you is, but we got like 10 more minutes, baby, and I'm gonna call it. I'm serious. I'm gonna call it because I'm so tired. Oh, y'all. It just felt good to do. What was I doing? Y'all know usually my knees is in pain, right? And everything. Uh I have a bone on bone. I didn't know that. I have severe arthritis in my knees. I got it in the front and in the back of my knees, and it's bone on bone. So that shot that he gave me, oh my God, I've been doing so much since I had that shot and I ain't been in pain. It's funny, he gave me the shot in my left knee, but not only does my left knee not hurt, my right one don't hurt. So I don't know if I've been compensating for that left knee and that's why the right one was hurt. I don't know. But all I know is the fact that I've been, what's up, Hebrew Boo? Oh, we praying for y'all in Texas. Hey, Mixology, my sister, what's going on? We praying for y'all in Texas. Are you okay, Hebrew? You not where the flooding is, are you? Yeah, y'all know Texas got a lot of flooding at this time. There's been people that lost their lives and everything, y'all. And so, you know what? Like I said, when I was with my family today, I got an extra. I soaked up all the love. I soaked up all the love. There's people I heard that, and I thought about that. I'm like, it's people I heard on lost people. It's people I heard that's really suffering and stuff. And while I'm with my family, I don't know if we're gonna see each other again. I don't know how long it'll be before we see each other. People that's here, you don't know if the next time you heard one of them are gone, several of them are gone. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to be in the midst of nothing but love. And I wanted, and like I said, my oldest child was there with me today. So she got a chance to soak up some of the love. And I could tell that she was really enjoying herself because she's ready to go. And my mama was like, I guess I'll be leaving in 5 minutes. She said, well, I'm going to hang out a little bit longer. I looked, I said, where you go, girl? Hang out with your mommy. Like, she said, yeah, mama, man, you're going to be hanging, girl. So, I'm just like, it's just awesome. Let me see. I used to take those shots for my knees. I haven't taken them since January, but my doctor turned me on to cherry tart juice in the capsule. It has been doing one. Really? Now, I've had cherry tart juice, girl. It is horrible. That's why they call it tart. It's horrible. But if you say they got pills, zero. Hey, zero. If you say they got pills, I might try the pills. Yeah, because, girl, it feels good to walk up and down the steps. Usually I'm dreading stepping. I'm dreading getting up out of a chair. I'm dreading, it just be like, uh, today I, was walking up the steps and it was just very minute pain. Very minute. I could deal with it though. I'm like, yes. So, but I'm gonna look for them pills. Since you said you tried it, I'm gonna look for them pills. Yes. So, but yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm gonna actually have to go to Cricket and have them to look at my phone because, okay, it used to be a whole lot of crap on there, and I was able to video and everything with all the crap on there. Okay, so one day it says storage filled. So you have to remove some stuff. So I started taking off a lot of old photos, old videos, and stuff like that. But it only freed up like 30%, not 30%, 30 seconds of a video. Like I could only video 30 seconds. I could take one picture. That's it. It's like it's something wrong with my phone and I don't know what's wrong with it. So like today, I had recorded, part of the family reunion. I recorded it because I wanted y'all to see, us having a good time and the food and all this and stuff. And uh, when I went to look, the recording it erased itself. It just erased. It wasn't there at all. And I was so upset. So I tried to record again and it kept saying storage field, storage field, storage field, storage field. And there's nothing else need to be taken off. It just keeps saying storage field. So I was kind of upset about that. Let me see, lots of water here. Half hour away from camp impact. Not as bad as Hurricane Andrew. Okay. Yeah, make sure, you kind of let me know what happens with you if you're okay or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I do worry about when I don't see y'all, especially, and I know y'all, be there for me and stuff. It just makes me, I just care about y'all. That's it. If I can't do nothing else, I can pray, so yeah. But yeah, y'all. So, and, okay, she's home. I was trying to make sure my oldest child was home and everything. So, okay, she's home. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. Oh yeah, you need to do a deep cleaning on your device. I don't went in and I did the what's that cache, whatever that's called. Whenever you delete things that is still in the device, you need to do a hard reset. But then you lose other things. I know. And I don't want to lose all the pictures that I got of my grandson and granddaughter's graduation. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Let me see. I'm going to put my email in here so y'all can contact me and just keep in touch with all this craziness going on. I need to make sure that my peoples is okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm just typing my email. I still got to make up my bed because I haven't. I have a favorite. Is anybody else like this? I have a favorite sheet set. I do. It's so plush and stuff. It's my favorite. And so I done took it off my bed and all this and stuff. And it's in the washing machine. Well, it's actually in the dryer now. So I'm waiting for it. Like I could have put another sheet and stuff on there, but I got my favorite sheet set. So I'm waiting for it to come out. And then, honey, I'm going to make up that bed. And I'm going to be like a bug snug in a rug. I'm going to sleep dead in the middle of my bed. That's how deep I'm getting tonight. Dead in the middle. And I usually don't drink pops, but look, I stopped at the store earlier today, y'all, because one of the things for the family reunion is bring $1 and also buy $1 scratch off. Okay. So when I stopped at the gas station to fill up today, I got a scratch off and $1 and everything. So, my uncle, his birthday was July the 2nd. And see, when he turned 70, y'all, he was in the hospital fighting for his life. He actually spent the whole year in the hospital fighting for his life. A whole year. He was on what's that? The ventilator and everything. Seriously, they thought he wasn't gonna make it. They kept on telling us to prepare for him, to pass away, and his vital signs dropped. He wasn't responding, none of that. So he actually spent his birthday in the hospital. He was in there a whole year. So this miniature family reunion was also a surprise birthday party for him. And he was so happy. I was grateful because I got to make his plate. And I know you're like, huh? I'm a servant, and that's what we do. And I was like, are you gonna eat? He said, yeah. And then he stood in the line. I said, I got your plate. Go ahead. I'll fix mine later. And he told me everything you wanted and all this and stuff. And I walked him in there to say, I just felt honored that he trusted me enough to fix his food, and everything. So what's up, Charlie? That's my sister from another mister. Don't y'all forget to go over and give her a click in the view, as well as my baby Mixology. And shout out the hood table here too, as well as the hood table. She been following everything Diddy. Make sure y'all go and look at everything Diddy from her. I haven't looked at anything Diddy, y'all. I ain't trying to look at anything Diddy. I'm not. But I'm gonna tell y'all what's his name. The DA baddest. I think it says the baddest roaster. I'm not sure, but he's always with Jives. Baby, he gave what's her name? Tisa Talks, girl. Yeah, he been giving her the blues. He been giving Tisa Talks the blues. Real talk. I've been like, oh my God. He called her out in front of everybody. He said, you lied. You this, that. Oh my goodness. I'm like, oh my, you lied on Diddy. You said blah, blah, blah about Diddy. And Diddy, blah. I mean, y'all, he been giving her the blues. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm like, oh, y'all, they're two of my aunties, they had me rolling. One of them, my mama's sister, yeah, she's a mess. When she gets started, and look, my mama told him, my mama called my cousin over and said, when I leave, y'all stuck with her. You know that, right? And she's on her second drink. And my cousin said, oh my God. What? Oh, no, I'll roll. I said, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Y'all know it's only one person can control her, and that's my mama. I said, so don't ask me. She was honey. She was already getting started. She's on that second drink. And when we went outside to take the picture, the real big picture and everything, because there was too many of us to take it inside. We went outside. My auntie said, say roots on the ground or something like it. Not boots, but roots on the ground or something. My auntie holler, excuse my language, y'all. My auntie holler, and what the hell does that mean? Everybody bust out. We couldn't take the picture because everybody was cracking up at that. And then somebody said, Auntie, it means such and such and such. She said, well, just say that then. Yeah, I said, uh-oh, here she go. I'm leaving. I am leaving. Because she'll never pull out one of them guns on me. Nope. Mm-mm. No. Yeah, so it was too fun. It was fun seeing, some of my other cousins, like who I grew up with, seeing their grandkids or their kids. And it's funny that they didn't know. Everybody was trying to guess how many kids people had. And I heard my one cousin ask my daughter, said, yeah, because your mama got three, right? And my daughter said, my mama got nine. And I was talking to my great uncle, because he was telling me things about my daddy, even though him and my mama are first cousins. I call him my uncle because he's older than me. But even though him and my mama is first cousins, him and my daddy were best friends and everything. And he knew, he know me because I'm kin to him. But he's like, wait a minute. Ain't Cook your daddy? I started laughing. I said, yes. He said, I thought so. He said, man. And he got to reminiscing about him and my daddy. And he's telling me the same stories my daddy told me, how they both respected each other, and all this and all this and all this, and stuff. And I had just told my daughter that. And then the cousin I'm talking about that I call my uncle, that cousin right there, he got 33 kids. Yes, he's the father of 33 kids. Yes. It used to be 36. Three of them has passed away. He's got 33 kids. And so everybody was talking. That's how they start bringing up how many kids everybody had and stuff like that. And he's like, and that's when they said, cause your mama got three, right? And she's like, no, my mama got nine. So, that's one thing we as a family. Yes, the hood table. Yes. He had 36 kids. Yep. Yep. And he's still walking. He's still driving. He's still everything. He's a little slower because, of course, he's in his late 70s, but he's still doing it all. Still in his right man, everything. Yep. He's the father of 33 kids now. Hmm. That's one thing my family does. That's why I said my family is very, very big. Like a couple of my cousins, they support Lady Nika. They support a whole lot of people, and we see each other in the chat and be cracking up, because people just don't know we really blood cousins. They live in a whole nother state, but we really blood cousins. And when we have a family reunion, I get together and we see each other. We get to talking about, the different people, content creators. It'd be funny. And that's how sometimes I hear some stuff I shouldn't know because I don't be everywhere, but it's just like, hey, cuz, guess what? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? So yeah. One thing, I don't know where he's at. I have no. I'm good at call it because, like I said, I've been at that family reunion, and y'all, it was 95 here today. That's not including the heat. It was 95 today, and everything. And with me going to the wake of my auntie and all of that, and yeah, I'm just wore out. I really, really am. I'm a good wore out though. It's not a bad wore out. It's a good wore out. Jay, he has his own channel. It's a small channel. He's trying to build it up. But me and him, we are. I think he's a mod with me in Lolo's. He be everywhere too. He be in Jay Wilson's. He be in ODS's. He be everywhere. And me and him did a panel one night. Finding friends over 40 and dating over 50, and it was part 2. And so we was gonna do something else tonight. We had been done playing this. Yeah, he is cool people, Charlie. You right, babes. He is. He hit my panels. Does he? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Jay, he's cool. He's cool people. Um, and everything. But yeah, so one thing our family can do is make kids. That's a blessing that we have. And I know a lot of people don't think that's a blessing, but that is a blessing. When you can have kids, the Bible speaks of that. That's one thing our family do. We can have some kids. We can make some babies. Okay. The men can make the babies, the women can have the babies. Okay. Like you can blow on me and I get fertile. Okay. You go and I'm here she is, she pregnant. 9 months later, here you go. You want one that. So yeah. And let me see. Hold on, let me see. It is of my mama them. Hold on, let me see. It was 13 of my mama them. I got 9. My daddy them, it was 15. My daddy's mama, she was one of 10, but my great grandmother was one of 22. Oh yeah, we can have some sharings, okay? Creole said one thing they gonna do is be fruitful and multiply, right? I mean, literally, okay? We took it literally. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my, and for real, y'all, had I not got fixed, because I'm tied, clipped, and burnt, like I'm neutered like a dog, for real. They neutered me. They tied, clipped me, and burnt me, okay? So even if my tubes thought they wanted to grow back, they can't because they got them silver clamps on them. There ain't nothing gonna happen. If I ever get pregnant, I'm suing everybody and I'll be an instant millionaire, okay? Not only a miracle, but a millionaire. But had I not got fixed, I would still been having kids. I would have still been having kids. You cannot tell me that right now I wouldn't have been like on my 18th, 19th child. Seriously. Because I'm just very fertile. Very fertile. I ain't child. I'm who? Y'all can have all. That's why I tell everybody, honey, one thing I can do is pray a baby on you. If you want it, just tell me. Everybody that I've actually prayed for to have a kid has had a kid. No lie. Everybody who I've prayed, seriously, And it's always the ones who has had difficulty in getting pregnant and blah blah. And let me tell you something else. Those of you all who want a baby, real talk, go get you some Geritol. Take a bottle of Geritol, not all at once. Just take it every day for 30 days. At the end of that bottle of Geritol, you will be pregnant. I don't know what it is about the things that's in Geritol, but whatever it is, it works enough to where you become so fertile, you become pregnant. I'm the opposite, one and done. Okay, now let me see. As to be okay. Well, my last one though, I almost went up out of her, and so did she. It was so funny having her because, like, I kept on saying, "Y'all, this baby's ready to come." I was in so much pain, but it wasn't registering on the computer that I was, that she was even that I was dilated or whatever. It just wasn't registering, and so it made this nurse, thank you, Lord, it made this nurse take a look at me. And when she took a look at me, she called it. She was like, "I need a doctor here, stat," like that. When she said that, honey, all these white coats flew in her. And when they flew in her, they was like, "We don't know what's going on. Push, push now." And that last push, I began to go out of it. Girl, it felt like I was giving up the ghost to Jesus. And my daughter was coming down and she was screaming, but she was still blue. And if you screaming, y'all know there's no way she should have been blue and screaming. Okay. So there was something wrong. All right. So I heard my mama tell my husband, because he was in a dilemma. He didn't know whether to go with my daughter, our daughter rather, or stay with me. And my mama said, "I got my daughter, you go with your daughter." And I did enough to touch my baby's hand. When I touched her hand, they was pushing her on down. They was running with her in that little incubator thing, pushing her on down, running. And I just passed out, just like that. And when I came to and everything, they was still pulling afterbirth out and all this and stuff. And yeah, honey, we both almost went home to Jesus. So my doctor told me then, he said, "Absolutely no more kids. Absolutely no more kids." He said, "I'm fixing you now." So that was it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. I guess 9 is the magic number. It would have been 10, but I had a miscarriage. I had a miscarriage at work. Yeah, y'all don't want to keep hearing all that, but I'm just saying. Let me see. My mama says take antibiotics and you will get Lord, coconut oil 1 month after. Shut up. 40, I told you. It's so funny because when I was sitting there talking to my oldest child today and everything, and I was like, it's tripped out. I said, because she said people don't believe that she's got an 18-year-old. And I said, yeah, I can believe it because you look like you 18 yourself. And I said, just like people don't believe I got a 39-year daughter that's going to be 39. She said, "Mama, no, don't remind me." She said, "But Mama, you don't look like you." I said, "I know we don't age bad, and that's great, you know." And somebody said, "Wait a minute, how old is she?" I said, "She's going to be 39 this year." They said, "What?" It was too funny. I said, "Yeah, I know." They was like, "We thought you was 39. I'm like, "Yeah, thank you. I know." Ah, Lord. I am on the shot. Can't do the IUDs, but yeah, I'm doing my due diligence. I feel you. I blow up with anything. You know what? That shot put 80 pounds on me. I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic to it. Yeah, well, my mom and dad would have been fruitful. Yep. Let's see. I blow up with anything else. I'm already 220. Don't need to get. I know that's right. I feel you on that, babes. I feel you on that. Seriously. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Yeah, but the miniature family reunion, I was so glad to see so many of my people that came from out of town for this 1 day event. It was beautiful. I loved hugging them all, meeting some of their kids that I haven't seen since they were little, and it was just wonderful. Like I said, it for my great uncle, the matriarch of the family, the only one that's still on that side of the family that is still living and 96 years old. It was a blessing, and we all got a chance to take a picture, with him and stuff. And um, It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. And it was funny because we were sitting at the table and we was talking about how Carnival have changed their cruise line against black people. And my daughter was like, if I hear that boots on the ground, next thing you know, we heard boots on. I'm like, here they they start playing it, so everybody got up and started dancing. And I had my fan, and my mama took my fan and started fanning. I said, when them fan parts come on, you gotta use it. She's like, Lord. So it was funny. And then my girl West Love came on, and y'all knew I had to get up on there because I love some West Love. Honey, who I went in there and started doing my little West Love dance with my family. I was like, yes. They were so shocked because everybody, they know I'm a dancer. But for the last couple of years and everything, I just, I sit and move my head. I don't get up. So for me to go back into my old nature of really enjoying myself and dancing and acting stupid, people were so shocked. They was like, oh my goodness, I ain't seen this side of you in a minute, but it's all good, y'all. It's all good. I am learning, and I don't mean to keep rambling, but I'm learning you only get one life. You only get one. And everything is so uncertain. Every chance you get, you need to live it to the fullest. As long as it don't go against what the man upstairs is telling you to do and, offending anybody directly, like you just trying to be a butt, baby, grasp your life, enjoy your life, and live it to the fullest. That's why I said today don't owe me. Surdy didn't owe me nothing today. Surdy don't owe me nothing. Honey, who? I did it up today. Do you hear me? I did it up today. Like I said, I don't even drink pop, but today I done had me a Pepsi on some ice. I'm down in the last corner of it. You talking about good? Shh. Yes, honey. Let me see. We don't have a choice. I can't do anything with estrogen. Yeah, your liver condition. Yeah. Uh-huh. I still got fibroids. Yep. And I can't see my gynecologist until September to see what we're going to do about them. If they already shrinking, because I know how many I had. And if he does another ultrasound and it shows that they're shrinking, I'm just gonna leave them alone because I'm getting too far up in age. Like I'm gonna be 55. Why put my body through all of that, when eventually they'll disappear anyway. So, but if they're still the same, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have him do what he gotta do. Mm-hmm. Yes, one life to live it up. That's right. That is right. And I finally, y'all, can I let y'all know a secret? Don't tell nobody. For real, this is just between us. I finally am living my life as a single woman and not as a married woman. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Some of y'all know I'm a widow. Okay. And come September 13th, it'll be 4 years. Well, I still was living my life as if I was a married woman. Like at any moment my husband's gonna walk through the door, blah, blah, blah. I had to finally release that, let him go, and just say, okay, I am single now. It's just me. It's okay to date. It's okay to, let myself, be available, let people know I'm available, and all the things, right? And so since I've done that, I've actually released it. And, since I've done that, I have a whole lot of things has been lining up for me. A whole lot of things has been lining up for me, it's exciting. I'm actually at that point to where, what's up, TC Boo? I'm at that point to where y'all, I'm learning if I really like stuff. What do I like? Do I like this? Did I only like it because I was married? I'm at that point. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, yes, I really like this. No, I don't like that. Yes, I do want my nose pierced. Uh, yes, I do like my nose pierced. Do I want to? I'm still on the borderline if I want a tattoo or not. That's where I'm at because part of me wants a tattoo. Part of me don't want a tattoo. So I'm on the borderline with that. What's your anniversary, boo? Ah, the 13th. Okay. Yes. And that's my auntie that I was telling you about tonight. It's her birthday. And she loved my husband, honey. Ugh. My husband, honey, she just loved him. He was crazy about her. So yeah, that was an interesting day. Yeah, I'm learning what I like. I've been on. Remember, it's supposed to be in the 9:35. JB, I was scared. Call it. Let me drop it. Let me drop it, honey. Hold on. Y'all, Mr. JB himself has made it, y'all. We done talked so much, he done made it. ah, we like to party. Yeah, I love this song. I'm gonna see if I can play it real quick. This is the song that hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Excuse me. I had a piece of pound cake and I thought I brought it out with me, y'all, and evidently I did not bring it out. I don't know what happened to it because I went back to the car looking for it, and that pound cake was not in my car. So good thing I had baked the cake this week here because I had that sweet tooth taste, and so I just got me a piece of cake. So yeah. Hold on, y'all. You know, what's your name? StreamYard done changed the pictures down here. They don't have the words next to the pictures no more. Thank you, TC Boo. You know, it's been a long time coming, you know? Let me see. If you decide on a tattoo, make sure it me. Oh, you know what? This is what I was going to do because I got this thing with butterflies. And so I was going to have a butterfly on one wing. It was going to be dedicated to my husband and my late husband. And on the other wing, it was going to be dedicated to my deceased daughter. But both of them, I wanted my butterfly to look a lot like an angel and the wings to look like an angel. But if you look at it, it resembles a butterfly. So, yeah. So, yeah. I ain't gonna play all of this, y'all. I'm just gonna play a little bit because I want y'all to hear what I was talking about. This is what got me up off the floor. Make sure y'all can see. It's what I mean. Got me up off the chair and got me on the dance floor with my family. Let me see if y'all can. Hold on. Oh, I hate this chair.
Now I don't know if y'all know, but West Love and the 478 band, we like to party. Yeah. We like to party.
Let me tap in here. Here we go.
Fire the hole. Jump up, work the middle.
Wait a minute, y'all.
Jump back, work the middle. Lean to the right, lean to the right, lean to the left, lean to the left. Cha cha,
Hey.
cha cha, cha cha, cha cha. Turn it out, y'all, yeah. Start it over again. Jump up in the middle, work the middle, baby. Come on, jump back, work the middle, baby. Work that middle, baby. Lean to the right, lean to the right, lean to the left, lean to the left. Cha cha, what you right, cha cha it up. Cha cha, what you left, cha cha it up. Turn it up, turn it up. Come on, listen. There's a new dance floor
Yeah.
all around. It's called the West Slow Slide. All I need you feet to do
Let me come
is
here, stop it.
slide while we groove to the beat. Come on. Cha cha, what
Hey.
you right, cha cha it up. Cha cha, what you left, cha cha it up. Turn it up, turn it up. Come on. Jump up, work the middle.
in the middle.
middle, baby.
What you gonna do, Wes?
Come on,
Lean to
lean
the
to the
right.
right. Come on, work the middle,
Lean
lean to the
to the
left. It's got to work the middle.
left.
Cha cha with your right foot. Cha cha with your left foot.
Hey.
Right. Turn it up, y'all. Yeah.
Okay.
I was getting my life. Why'd you turn it off? I was getting my life. I need I need you to send me that song, child.
Okay. What's up, sissy? Yes, honey. Yes.
I gotta touch your link and play with your boys. And be a little stupid. Hey, Mr. JB.
Is he up here?
Is that wait, there's two there's a box below me. Who's that?
It's supposed to be JB, but I don't hear him.
Oh, Mr. JB.
JB.
Mad to give him a minute. You know how he be.
I know, Chad. What's up, sissy? What you doing here?
Girl, I had to tell you now, if you do ever decide to get a tattoo for whatever
Uh-huh.
reason,
Yeah.
just make sure that it means something to you. Because, like, every tattoo I've ever even thought of or planned,
Mm-hmm.
every one of them had a specific meaning. Like, I have my son's name tattooed on me, and
Okay.
I have a heart with angel wings for my brother who passed away.
Okay. Okay.
He said, y'all can't never hear me. Let me drop and come back.
Okay. Let me clear him out from here too. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's gone. Yeah. So yeah, I know. And that's why I said if I did get it, I want it to look like it's gonna be a butterfly, but I want my wings on the butterfly to look more like angel wings. And on one side it's gonna be for my deceased daughter, and the other side it'll be for my late husband.
That right there, that'll mean something to you. And no matter, I'm going to say this, you won't regret it if it means something to you.
Right, right. That's why I'm taking so long to, decide if I'm gonna get one or not, because that's not a decision to make lightly.
Nope, it's sure not. Unless you 3 o'clock in the morning, 20 years old, and decide to go get a big bird on your butt or something.
Okay, now,
I'm
JB.
glad I never did that, Mr. JB. Child, we having sound issues.
I think he always have his earpiece in, and for some reason his earpiece is extremely extremely low. I think he's gonna have to like take it out so I can hear him. Because I think the last time when it was like this, he had his earpiece in.
His earpiece said no, child. No, I'm gonna tell you what it probably is in the settings. If you'll go to the settings right now, go to audio setting and make sure it's actually picking up the earpiece, because it could be defaulting, and because it's trying to pick up both, there'll be no sound whatsoever. So if you go, I don't know if he's on a phone. Oh, there he is.
There you
There
go.
he is. We hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Nah, it defaulted to some other microphone. I have no idea. So
yeah,
See, I told you. That's what I thought.
yeah, I was listening to you as you were talking, and I was doing it like I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah, it was going to another microphone. What's up, y'all?
you got it. You very clear now, honey.
He loud. He's so
Okay.
loud. He got that beef sector mic going.
Okay.
Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay.
Get it, Mike. Everybody getting those get it.
No, don't. Never mind.
Y'all, my Yeti passed away, and I'm
Yeah.
so sad.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
I had to get one of them Zill sounds.
Oh
I have an extra mic, but it's not plugged up because it's
I
like
have I actually have it's like it's a professional microphone hooked up to like a professional interface type thing, but yeah, it's all right.
okay.
Yeah, I'm fixing to get me something like that because I've been over there in the karaoke sector.
You
Did you know
said
they
you've been
had?
wanting that though. You said you've been
Yeah,
trying. Your friend supposed to be hooking you up and letting you know what to get.
yeah, they got a mixer and all this other good stuff. I'm like, ooh, child, I'm gonna get me one of them.
Uh,
Yeah. Funny thing, little known fact. I actually have a degree in audio, but yeah. Um.
okay now.
Mr.
Uh,
Professional,
Well,
Mr.
let's be
JB
smart without
Professional.
telling us too smart. Shoot. Right, mixology. I was great ask to that. It's a
right.
karaoke.
I was
Y'all,
like a karaoke
okay,
sector.
mix
I
is
see
okay.
the
I don't
Asian
know if
people doing it, but I ain't see.
I don't know if y'all when y'all was over there at Very Curious when she did karaoke one night. Well, this lady, Miss High, came up, right? That lady is connected to a bunch of people who do nothing but karaoke nights and stuff. And I met a lot of them, and they cool as all get out, and they just love to sing. I told them I'm over here singing a cappella with just headphones in, right? I ain't even got the professional setups they do. They got professional setups, like
Sure.
mixers, all this stuff. And I'm like, and they sound good too. I'm like, shoot, I got up
Yeah.
found me the karaoke sector. I share it out. I'll share it out. Just keep
Oh,
my eye on my
okay.
community wild.
So when you gonna have your first karaoke night? Wait,
Whenever
you
I
did karaoke before, haven't you?
no, I've just been over at Carrie's when she does hers.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Oh, so let me tell you, my Yahoo told, I mean, my YouTube told me that this was at 10:15, and when I shared it out, that's what time it said, and I was like, "Come see us, see about us," because I thought you said 9 o'clock, and
mm-mm.
so when I went to look, it said 10:15.
Who knows? No, it's 9:30.
My
Well,
bad.
actually, I moved it to 9:35 because I didn't know if I was gonna be back from my family reunion on time.
Mm,
It was real close. I promise you, it was real close.
I'm sure you talked about it, but how was it?
It was awesome. I'm so wore out. I really am wore out. I was like, if JB don't hit in the next 10 minutes, I'm calling it. We'll just
My bad. I thought you was gonna reschedule anyway, cause like 85 people are live right now. Like
really
85, yeah, like everybody's live
Everybody
and.
and their mama. Everybody and their mama.
I
right.
was like, she gonna probably like just stay in the clouds and chill out and probably reschedule. But
I
I
know
mean,
he gave me an apology early. He
yeah, I was there. I was
yeah,
in the clouds. Yeah.
I
People
don't
had me in the clouds this week.
yeah. And see, okay, St. James, that's iffy. Cause sometimes he be in my clouds. Cause y'all know, okay, speaking of St. James, next week on the 11th, I'm interviewing him. So I would like y'all.
July 11th. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm excited because he just did an interview with Bishop Bernard Jordan
Master Prophet
and Master
Bernard.
Prophet. And then he just went to his
Prophecology.
yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. And then not only that, somebody else he just interviewed this got a big name. I forgot. So I'm coming in on the ends of that. So you know
Mm.
it's gotta trickle down. So I'm excited. So
I'm excited to see what y'all are going to talk about. I call him Saint Shady.
okay.
Yeah, it's not to be funny, but it's like a funny name I have for him. I'd be like, "What up, Saint Shady?" Like, cause he's so damn shady, but he's cool. But they are like beefing over there in like the church sector, the black
They
church sector.
are.
Like, and I'm like, I didn't know it was this deep because every time somebody does a report on one thing, when the other one does their commentary, they are so shady. They have nicknames and everything.
Right. And you know that I am the official King Jive's moderator. So
They
yeah,
call him the crown guy, the
yeah,
guy
see,
in Florida. I was like,
and so I'm waiting on him to give me a date to interview
I
him.
love the church reads too, because they awesome.
Okay.
listen,
It,
listen,
Right. Oh,
especially when they trying to be professional and they
I'm
listen.
telling you, and they can't be like us to be like, well, you be, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be all like churchy.
Well, it depends on which one you get and which side of the church you get,
Yeah,
because they
but
definitely get down there with you, like, and
I'm a
it's
cursing
crazy.
Christian, so I'm gonna be in there with the cursing Christians.
Man,
they
listen.
gonna saint. Okay.
I am I am sanctified and I am saved, but that don't mean I can't be cursing and.
Okay.
I mean, we all apparently we all have, because there's a story that just broke about this the bishop, what's his name, Bishop Martin, who actually was talking junk about his people,
Oh yeah. That's
calling them whores and calling them all kinds of stuff and saying they ain't this and they ain't that, and
bring that
he
about.
obsessed with gay people,
Hold on. I
dude.
gotta share that. Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. JB. You ever want to know what's going on in the church? Go sit by the old ladies and just
Okay.
sit right behind them and just listen as
Listen,
they gossip.
they seasoned, they grew up in that, so they know what to do, they know where to look, they know how to talk, and that's where you go. Yeah, they the worst, man. Listen,
He said they the
I
worst.
I just be sitting over there with my popcorn like I ain't doing nothing, and they ignore me.
if
So
you think they like that in church, go home with them.
Oh man.
they be talking about who husband sleeping with who and who doing like, oh my god, they know all the tea.
I know.
Everything.
I know. Wait a minute. Y'all keep talking. I'm looking for some because y'all gonna trip out over this. Hold on.
Everything, and they love it. And they love it. Just like I said, if you think that's something in the church, what they do in the church, go home with them and actually have conversation while they cooking dinner and stuff, or
Oh, I
get one
love
of
it.
they get a couple of church sisters together, like actual blood
Oh, when
sisters.
they used to do bingo night back in the day. You know, the church ladies used to get together and do that. Oh,
Oh,
I love being
bingo is great though. Bingo
when
is great.
they used to do it like back in the old school days. They did it like on a Saturday or something like that, or during the middle between two churches, right? You know, before after morning church, before afternoon. And I'd just be sitting there listening as a little kid, and I'd hear all the good stuff.
Yes, honey. You learn how to be quiet. Okay.
All right,
You learn how
as
to
you
be quiet.
quietly learn how to be shady.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You be quiet so you can hear what they gotta say. You like, let me shut up because the kids ain't supposed to hear it.
Right, because as soon as you make a peep, they're gonna knock you out till you
Uh-huh.
get your ass
Okay.
out the room.
Did
Y'all
you ever sneak
ready?
around the corner too, like sitting there behind the corner?
Okay, so this is
Mm-hmm.
piggybacking off of what JB just said, right? Okay, so this lady right here was mentioned in one of the text messages. She
Her
used
daughter, I thought it was her daughter.
no, she was, and then they said something about her daughter. She'll mention it. She'll say, "I
Oh,
know my
okay.
name shouldn't have never been, blah blah blah." So just we're gonna because Jazz said I could share it. So here we go. Y'all gonna trip. Here we go.
Too long. Tap in, tap in, tap in. All right, we got one real. Hey, Tiffany K. Tag as many people as you can. Tap in, tap in, tap in, because we finna get ready to go. Shit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What they used to say as a kid on your march. Get ready, get set, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. See, because I was minding my business as always. I always mind my business. But coming across other people posts that used to go,
Wait a minute. Let me fast forward. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
2022. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out why is there a screenshot, Felicia Martin, of you on my fucking page in 2024. What y'all miserable asses doing going around searching and looking to see what people said on their posts so y'all
And please, I'm sorry for the cussing, but go ahead.
put it in a group chat to talk about people. And I've been trying to reach out to the girl, Zyteria. If you see this video, please reach out to me because I want to know what the rest of those text messages say. But for the simple fact that my name is in those text messages, so that means that me and my family was in the group chat. So for all you Christians, if y'all Christians don't get on my live, because baby, this ain't the one. For all you ones that believe in forgiving and looking past, please don't get on this live because this ain't the live. Because guess what? I hate them bitches. I hate Christopher Martin. Yes, I do. And since y'all, congratulations to everybody that took the high road. But baby, Kenya finna take this motherfucker all the way to the abyss of hell. So let's go. First of all, I've been there way before a lot of people. I left, like I said, in 2022. I was at Cathedral of Faith for 14.
Let's get come on, girl.
Baby got bullied the whole time there by his daughter Lauren. She's nothing but a fucking bully. And they never tamed that little bitch. But I'm finna tame her today. And I'm ready. I'm ready, baby, because I'm not scared to walk the streets of Flint. Because any one of y'all bitches run up on me, I'm gonna bust your shit. And if you play with me, motherfuckers, they can get them black dresses ready because I'm not the motherfucking one or the two. Understand that and know that. And bitch, let y'all know now, I'm not taking no motherfucking post down. So tell Christopher Martin, bitch ass, he can shut the fuck up with that because I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Let's go. Okay? Now we left because of the shit that was done to my daughter by his daughter and her little crew. You feel me? My daughter went through so much shit there. Till the time she was there, she wanted to kill her fucking self. My daughter was about to commit suicide because of these bitches up in the church. But because I'm up in there trying to live all holy, trying to do it right, trying to do it the so-called God's way and all this, we looked over a lot of stuff. So my child went through a lot of mental anxiety up in that motherfucking bitch. A place that was supposed to be a safe place. And then for this motherfucker, when we left to go tell people that we left because we came to him begging him for money to help us with our business. Christopher Martin, you a motherfucking lie, bitch. We ain't never came to your ass and asked your whole ass for nothing, bitch. You know.
Okay, so Christopher Morton is a pastor. The that JB was just talking about. They got caught talking about his people. Okay, there was a text message that they were sending within the family. That somebody leaked it, and yeah, here we go. All right, just a little more, then we're gonna come out of this because she goes in. She tells everything. thing. I won't lie. That's why I stopped. Who? Yeah, it makes it so hard for me. It does because everybody lumps us all together. It's just, and I get it. I really do get it. But here we go.
know you lying. Bitch, everything we did for our business came out our motherfucking pocket, hoe. Bitch, when we got our lump sum of money, bitch, we dropped $2,000 with no hesitation to that motherfucking church. Bitch, I got all my receipts on how much money I done gave since we done been there. What the fuck is you talking about? Don't you ever go around telling motherfuckers we begged y'all for anything. Bitch, go suck a sick dick, bitch. That's why your ass, everybody want to talk about why he talk about cause the bitch are down low, nigga. That's why he talk about the homosexual.
Okay.
Sweet baby Jesus.
She got me hanging my head low. Like I did something. Like damn.
Okay.
I need the holy water.
Charlie, oh my God. I'm like, I told y'all, I was modding when he got I was sitting up here with my mouth like, I couldn't do nothing.
Like I can't even mod right now. Like
right. Wait a minute, let me go get something to drink. I'm coming back.
She went straight in, and I was like, I mean, but if you see those text messages, you know why? Because it's like they get up there and they pretend like they all this and saying all the stuff, and then they say the crazy stuff that they say behind the scenes, and it's only because you think that you're not going to get caught out. Like somebody said, if it had not come out, would you have made that half-ass apology you made? Because it wasn't an apology, really, honestly.
That's true. It wasn't an apology. That's true. And wait a minute, just a few more, and we be done, y'all, with this. Here we go.
Cause that bitch wanna be one, but he can't be it in the open. Bitch, how about let's tell these motherfucker that you got your hoe on the payroll there, bitch. Bitch, I bet you they don't know that. How about we tell these people that you took out a loan on the church to take your family to Paris, bitch, and the motherfuckers in the church is the ones that paying the loan back, bitch. How about we tell the motherfuckers you took a loan out to get that house you stay in, bitch, and that the motherfucking people in the church the one paying on the loan at the church. How about we tell these motherfuckers that Cathedral of Faith is a motherfucking LLC, bitch, and everything is in the motherfucking church's name. So when he tell y'all to get up there and sow in faith, sow the $30 seed, sow the $25 seed, that's because that bitch got to pay off that money that he got because he got a good credit with the motherfucking church. The bitch don't get shit in his motherfucking name. He get it in the motherfucking church's name or he get it in his motherfucking wife's name. And Felicia, if you don't get your big back motherfucker Oompa Loompa ass up and try to talk about somebody, I'm always so sorry for your dumb ass because of how
I'm sorry. You know what? Let me stop. I have to go into prayer.
I was looking at her like, who is?
Oh my God!
Yo, she was upset. She was upset. She went straight in.
Okay, y'all. I'm sorry.
As she should have.
Oh my goodness.
As she should have. And then did you see him when he did that old fake apology? He was sitting up there trying to act. The acting was horrible. I was like, bruh, I hope you don't act like this on a pulpit because I wouldn't believe nothing you say. He was like, and then he like rubbing and twisting and clutching his hands and fingers and stuff and fidgeting and stuff like I like, stop it, sir.
He was nervous. That's what it was.
He's a lie.
He knew every bit of his dirt was coming out. That's what it was.
Yeah, because he got mad. If you don't know Charlie, one of the things he was talking about was his drummer's brother, who actually does he's into anime, he's into cosplay and all that other stuff, and he's like trying to enlighten or open up the world of Dovey. Basically black people and people like us who are not really welcomed into that type of world and like trying to like, show that we do this stuff too or whatever. So he does cosplay. He takes and he dresses like the anime characters and things like that or whatever. So one of his characters is, dresses in like, fitted pants and shirt and stuff. And he has a nice physique and everything. So he had his shirt off and he had the pants on. He did the pose like the guy and everything. So he didn't understand it. So he calling him all kinds of stuff, gays and all kinds of this and that. He this and that, and look at him just and that. He told the one girl that she looked whorish and she dressed like this. She the epitome of hypocrisy and she and that she could stay over there with the FAGSs.
Ooh.
Yeah,
He
like
going to Hades.
Okay.
yeah. Yo, he was saying all kinds of stuff about everybody and didn't care. And this is to his son, I guess his daughter or whatever. So what happened was he got exposed by the son's ex-girlfriend. She went into the phone, took the screenshots, and said, "Hey, this how this nigga do." Basically.
Mm, 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 mm.
Mm. And
Mm-hmm.
the church say, "Amen."
But he's obsessed with like when you see like some of these the pastors and stuff or whatever, when they the male pastors and stuff, when they obsessed, even the female pastors, because I didn't know, my ex-girlfriend told me, because she was on she was on the road, and during her initial sermon, she was saying when she was on the road with like the gospel singers and stuff, it's a lot of lesbians out there too that you don't know about.
Yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
but when the men be obsessing like that and they want to always talk about the gay thing, it's because they can't be who they are, or they living who they are and don't want to don't want to like cause or suspicion. They want to kind of like divert the attention. It's like, it's crazy. I'm like, bruh, just don't talk about it.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a lot of DL men in the church. I'm just saying.
It
Man.
is.
Yeah.
And
It
they
is.
be
Yeah.
self-hating, and they're some of the most dangerous if you want to know the truth.
Hell, you got one in the beef sector, but we're not gonna talk about it anyway.
Oh,
So
whoop.
I'm
You a mess.
oh, sorry. Let me make it clear. B sector adjacent. Adjacent.
Okay.
Okay.
It is a difference. It is a difference.
Cause I wanted to be clear. I'm not talking about the one people already think, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I need my holy water again.
Dobie said it's not her. Nah, we know it ain't you though. We know you like to swerve on it.
Okay. On it.
Your
Surfboard.
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 Surf.
Ah!
Yes.
We both shouldn't be thinking the same thing. That's crazy.
Man, listen.
I
I was
don't
like, yo, what am I gonna do up here? Because people said I am boring. I don't have it, but
what? Whatever.
I was like, I'm so reserved up here because I be on others. I be on others platforms, and I'm just like, listen, you don't know me
Right.
on my stuff, but I'm on others people's stuff. I have to be mindful of that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, and plus, I'm not for everybody. Just like you're not for everybody. Like I'm not for everybody. It is what it is.
Right. I know I had typed the wrong email. I'm sorry. I had to change that.
Hear my thing. I'm gonna say this right now. If they don't know you, you are a great conversationalist,
Right.
Mr.
Oh, thank
JB.
you. I love
And
you too.
if they ain't been to your channel and seen your turn up, that's just they missing out. I'm just saying.
Don't tell them that. Don't even tell them that. I don't like those moments.
I've been over there. I seen it.
And
I was
those
like,
are
"Woo."
those. No, I mean, listen, I held back. Trust me on those things. You can ask
Mhm.
Yolanda because Yolanda always be like, "No, I just want to see you." I said, "No, they cannot see that. They will not see that. It's nah.
Mm.
We're not gonna do that."
I wish
But
I don't know if he's working or not. Oh, come on. But I wish D Ham would drop down. I come in. I want him to laugh tonight. He's been having a little bit of stress going on, y'all. So,
oh
you
man,
know, we call
prayers
him.
up for him.
Yeah, that's my buddy for real. And shout out because I know my friend is listening. And that's the real life with Anthony McNeil and Apollo. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Yeah, he be tripping me out. But that man right there, I'm telling y'all, if y'all ever want some music,
Hmm.
that's a
I heard. I gotta get some money first.
yeah, that's where you get
See
your
what?
music.
See the way my bank account is set up
Right. See what had happened was
with my
Mm-mm.
with my savings and my checking.
Okay.
well, you want the daddy. My daddy is a Hebrew Israelite and he believe in having multiple wives. So you will be wife number don't know.
Okay, so they believe like the Muslims and having many wives.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Muslim as long as you
Cause you know they say they straight Bible, so the Bible says basically you can have as many wives you want as long as you can take care of them. And so that's how how he lives. Yeah, they like. Uh, I know. See, the thing about I don't like to insult anybody,
right.
but you can make the comparison. Us as people who are not within that can say, yeah, they remind me of Muslims and different things, or Nation of Islam, things like that. And it's similar. I feel like I don't want to say they're extremist or extreme like forms of Bible people, because
Yeah,
a lot of them don't believe that Jesus is the second coming and all the other stuff,
right.
and they believe he was just like a prophet. Um, or they believe just he was, this person as it's glorified. So it's so many different things, but there, to me, is like a extreme side of Christianity. So yeah, but yeah, they believe that. They believe that he has multiple wives.
See, I can't be doing all that. I don't share my crayons.
Okay. Okay.
Yo,
Well.
and the crazy thing about it is the whole I don't want to say nomination process, but the whole nomination process is wild because it's supposed to be the first wife that's supposed to help in the
Picking
selection
up.
of the other
That's what I
wives.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And then they're supposed to come to present what they offer or what they can offer to them, and not him go to them. So yeah, it's yeah, crazy.
Oh, man,
I
man.
can't be doing all that. I'm sorry. I don't share my crayons like that, and
And
Yeah,
it's
so
nothing
it's
wrong
crazy
with well
growing up
done
seeing him
because
live in two houses, like what I mean. So it's like,
oh well, I got a friend Hebrew that drops down in here. He was just in here not too long ago, and I hadn't seen him in a while to drop down. And I be wanting him to join in on some of these conversations sometimes, but I understand when people can't. But yeah,
right, right, yeah.
right, wow. But I think it's interesting, when people, how can I say this? Even though I may not agree with everything, I still think it's interesting when people research, and want to find like the meanings and different things of stuff, the origin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's real. It just goes to show you not just following alone, like
You absolutely can. Like I said to all people all the time, even if you don't believe in something, or like the people who are say they're so Christian and all this other stuff, but they don't even go by the basics. The very basic thing that it says is to know Him for yourself and to have
self.
that relationship with Him for yourself. Because if you start there, a lot of people will be stopped dead in their tracks when they say certain things.
There you go. Absolutely.
we can also learn a lot the way. If you think about it, knowledge is power, right? And
Yeah.
Amen.
why not educate yourself in all facts? Like, here's the thing: I've researched a lot of different religions, right? Even though I am Baptist, Southern, we
Uh-huh.
grew up a certain way, Pentecostal, Church of Christ. I went to all the denominations
Yeah.
you can think of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe that educating yourself and understanding other people, like my sister, she didn't understand what a hijab really is, right? I
Mm.
had to explain to her where it comes from in the Bible. In
Right.
the Bible, it says a woman's, and they also don't just do this with the hijab. They also do this in the Pentecostal faith and quite a few others, in the Amish faith, quite a few,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Jewish faith. A woman's hair or
It's supposed to
her
be her
crown
glory.
is
Yeah.
her glory, and only her husband shall look upon it.
Right.
That
Yep.
is why they cover their head, and that's why in a lot of, like, even in the Pentecostal faith, you'll see the women sometimes put the little things on their hair,
Dollies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
Mm-hmm.
and they wear it up all the time. The reason they wear it up all the time is because the only person that shall look upon it is their husband.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And some people have different variations of that law.
Yeah.
They're like you can't do it until you're married because you're basically you'll be advertising or something like that, or because it's like when they see it, it's like a part of your attractiveness, and so you're not supposed to be attracting anybody or whatever. So it's
Right.
like when you okay now that you're taking all this other stuff, you have some pride that you can show. It's so many different variations, and people just don't know, and they make assumptions, and you all you have to do is ask whether you agree or not.
Right.
And
Right.
when
Yeah.
I
So.
told her what it meant and what really is behind it, and she, had talked to her nurse and told her I had told her that, and she told her to tell me thank you and stuff because my sister didn't understand it, right? But when I explained it to her, she's like, "Oh, that's beautiful," and it now there's also some sayings about that, right?
Yeah.
um
Mm-hmm.
some disparaging things, but if you look and at any religious text and you break it down to bare bones, I mean barest bones, any religious text is basically a rule book on how to be a good human.
Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
And the
And,
Bible, in some places, it says basic instructions before leaving Earth. Bible. That's basically
Mm-hmm.
what it means.
and
Ooh,
we, even if we give him different names,
right.
we all believe, even like they call him the great creator when it comes to in the American Indian faith, right? The great creator. In
Mm.
the Bible, we call him God. In different texts and religious texts, they call him different things, but he's all the same thing. He's the great creator. He's God. Now, when it comes to Jesus, there's a little iffiness on different sides and all this other
Mm-hmm.
stuff, right? But with God, he's in almost every single religious text, almost. There's some that don't, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And like I had a friend who was a Satanist. They don't believe what you think they believe. A
Mm.
lot of
What?
people
See
think
what? Go
they
ahead.
believe in Satan. They do not. They believe in self.
Yeah, and there's varying degrees of that as well because actually when I was listening to the interview that St. James did with Prophet Jordan,
Yeah.
um, he said something that I don't hear people say a lot out loud as Christians, which is so true though. He said, there should be no other God above me, meaning that there are other gods that you could have.
Yep.
Meaning that they are there, but there should be none above me. So people think that there aren't any other, but there are.
Right.
So it's like it depends on who you serve. It wouldn't say you can't serve two masters if there weren't two
That was,
masters to
come
serve.
on. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if y'all
I can
actually
bring
pay
that
attention,
down.
you can't keep, you know what I mean? Like, let's be real and like
Well,
actually
that's
be more critical in our thinking.
well, that's like me and Quay before she passed. Rest in peace, Quay. We had a conversation about because we believe in two different things when it comes to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Jesus is the Son of God, my only begotten Son. How many times does that say in the Bible? She believes God is that Jesus is a reincarnation of God Himself. I don't believe that. I believe He is His Son. He sent Him down here, and we go through Him. But we've had religious debates on that, and we agree
Mm-hmm.
to disagree. Um, because in the Bible, how many times in how many passages do we see it says, "My only begotten Son"?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like the thing about it is a lot of people get caught up on those things, and that's a good thing to examine and talk about because it makes you dig deeper regardless. But if you actually just think about it, it all brings us to the same place. And all the end result, if we actually believe what we believe and stay true to it. So it's like if you believe that he is the reincarnation, or if you believe he is the son of God, if you believe and trust in him the way that it's held you to and to have the faith that you're supposed to have, it all brings you to salvation. It all brings you to the road that gives you, your clarity, your light and everything like that. So it brings you to the same place if we get there.
Yeah,
If
you
we
got to
can
go through Him to get to God.
yeah, so
It don't matter which way you look at it, either which way that way goes.
mhm,
It says our salvation is through Him because He got on that cross to be forgiven for our sins. If you believe in the New Testament, now if you don't believe in the New Testament and you believe in the Old Testament, you may not believe that, or if your religious text sees him as a prophet, you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
some religious texts do see him as a prophet, but those of us who believe you got to go through him, we all still believe one simple fact. Every single one of us, no matter which religious text you're talking about, we believe there is a God. There is a
Yep.
great creator, and we know that he is number one, and no one is above him, whether you're on this earth or not. It's God, then my child, then my husband, then my family. You know what I'm saying? Friends
Mhm.
trickle down, everything else trickle down after that. You know what I'm saying? But he's number one, and nothing is above him.
Yeah. Say man. Hey,
And
Creole, I think Dovey was asking to come up.
I will say that's one thing though with Mix when she was talking about churches. I have been disheartened with some churches and I found some good ones. So I've been there, done that kind of situation. But if
Mhm.
there's two things that I always think of when I go into a church, does it feel like home to me? Because if it don't feel like home, I ain't staying. Because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to just be a place where we go to worship together.
Yeah, it's supposed to be congregation because you carry the church with you. And whatever you are, God is.
Where
You
two
welcome
or
him
more
in or not.
gathered,
Yeah, there you
where two
go.
or more are gathered in my name, there I am. And beware of false prophets, for there are many.
True that.
I'm gonna tell you, you
Okay,
got to
I'm back.
beware of
What was
them.
it? What was it?
Jovi was asking to come up, I believe.
Yeah, Miss Double, we sorry. Creole had to step away from it, but she's back now. She's gonna drop the link.
Yeah. Okay. Woo, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me catch my breath. I was like,
Uh,
let me hurry up.
We were just having a good old conversation about Jesus, and where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am.
I
That's what it says in the good
know.
book.
Okay. So let me ask
mhm.
you this. Let me ask
Yeah, I feeling you, JB.
you. So let me ask y'all this. Okay, this is gonna be it's on the same topic, but it's off the topic at the same time. Okay. All right. So sex. Okay.
What's that?
It's been so long. I'm trying to remember.
Been so long.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So do you think that there should be bounds? Is bounds the word I'm looking for? There should be like
I don't know. Finish your statement.
I know there should be things that we don't go across. Okay.
Boundaries.
Boundaries,
As
girl.
far as sexual acts are
Yes.
concerned in human nature, period.
Yes. Now,
It depends on what you believe. Like if you're
listen,
religious or not religious. You
the
talking
reason
in
why
the religious sense?
the reason why I say yes, I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I say yes is because it's kind of dangerous to say no because then you get those that want to have sex with kids.
Oh, see,
You get
no.
those that want to have sex with animals. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
okay, let's start with that though.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's
Go ahead.
begin that because the animal thing, that's a different species. So that's like a whole totally different thing. Now the kid thing, is difficult. I'm saying no because in our society that's what we deem as inappropriate. I don't like it. I don't, I'm not attracted to that's not even, somebody say that I'm like ew, because certain things, if you have a deep discussion about it, you have to actually picture it in your mind.
Okay.
Miss Dovey, she said she was dropping that link, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But back in the day, like if we go by, times and times way back when, before we was even thought about, they their perception of what a kid is and what you can do was totally different. So now, if you speak now, I don't think so. But back then, I don't know what they would say because, you know, even the Bible says what at 12 you become an adult. You get baptized, you get the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah at 12. So it's like you're actually officially becoming or whatever. Nowadays it's probably formality or whatever within the religion, but before it was actually you're an adult. You get this. When we start to be able to produce, is at a really young age. So back then it may have been different. And it was different. I'm gonna say may have. It was different, but now, yeah, no, I don't think that's cool at all because we're in a different space societally, in a societal manner. But
Let me tell you
yeah,
what happened to one of my sisters. Um, one of my sisters, her mom, started dating this Muslim guy. Okay, and
mm,
she went to his country and she took one of my sisters and one of my brothers with her against the will of my father. Okay, we're siblings by my father. She was supposed to get his permission before. Hey, Miss Dobie, give me one moment, baby. She was supposed to get his permission before she left the state, letting alone the country, but the state with my siblings. Okay,
right,
and I remember my dad being so frustrated and being so uptight and about it, and I knew it was a bad thing for her to be gone in another country, but what he told me was, he said, you don't understand. He said over there in that country, he said they can marry at 10. He's
yeah,
and I don't want my daughter to be married off and her virginity broke and all of this with no grown man, and all this stuff. And so then I understood rather what his, why he was panicking and going to the government. And, he did everything he could to get my siblings back over here on United States soil. And
Right.
just remember that being a thing because of religious beliefs.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Our
and
age of consent used to be 10 in America. The lowest age of consent was 10 in America. And not even 100 years ago, it just changed to, I think the lowest is 15 or 16. But yeah, it just changed, like, relatively speaking, recently. So yeah, we were there at one point, and so it's like, it's a what's the societal acceptable norm now and things like that, and what's morally and ethically to us, because we know more about the state of mind, like, the mental health of a child, and the fragility of the mental. So it's so different now because they had different purpose back then as well.
Yeah, you do know though that there is a group here in the United States. It could be everywhere, but I just know basically in the United States that they feel since the same sex agenda thing, where same sex can get married and stuff now. They feel like since that was agreed upon and put into law, that they should be able to marry a person that is 10 or younger.
Hmm.
It's a whole
uh
group. It's a whole movement.
it's still
And
about consenting adults. We defined adults as a
right,
certain
I
thing. So if
agree
you're
with that.
going to redefine adults, then I mean, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
We're
and
not.
it's one of the Republicans. His name, I said I wasn't gonna forget his name, but I know his email address he was using was Joe Biden with like three N's and a number behind it. And he was trading pictures of young kids. And yeah, so they have been hiding that, but somebody released it because it's public knowledge if you go look
Yeah.
it up. So somebody released it, and I think I had put that on my wall one day. But he is also one of them, and I'm gonna say allegedly, okay, just to cover myself, that is part of this group of Republicans, and not all, but majority of these people in this group are Republicans, and they proud to say that they feel like they should be able to marry and be with somebody, a child that's 10 or younger, and I think that's crazy. So that's why
Well,
I asked that. Go ahead.
because you got to think about their whole thing and wanting to be Bible centered,
Yeah,
and all this other stuff. So they're trying. It's propaganda, and it's a psychological play. They're trying to do a lot of different things and play in people's faces. That's basically what it is.
there you go. There you
and
go.
and and that's exactly what it is. But hey, Miss Dovey, how
Hey,
are
Miss
you?
Hey,
Jovi.
Miss
Hello,
Dovey.
hello, my darling. Hey, everybody. Just listening in, enjoying the conversation.
Thanks for coming.
Awesome. Thank you.
hmm Just
Yeah.
passing through.
Sorry it took her so long to drop the link. She
Oh
she
no,
was
that's
out the room.
okay.
She was out the room for a minute there.
That's
Right,
all
Yeah,
right.
I
I
and,
mean,
was just
and me and
prepared to
Charlie
have
are
a conversation.
ADHD having asses. We were just talking.
Yeah, we got ADHD. We can't help it.
yeah, I had to
Hey,
go.
that's right. When it coming down to a spiritual word, I'm always in for it. So excited.
Yeah,
So
because
excited to
they
speak on
knowledge.
the Lord.
They are
Speak
very.
on the Bible. It's so exciting. Thank God that you can be around people that really do just would take the time out from the nonsense and like, hey, let's talk about something meaningful in life.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
And this is all what I'm about. I cut
yeah,
the food up there, but no, no, no. I'm all about what's meaningful in life for
Right.
my growth.
And
awesome.
God,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something. With God, you can. There is no higher mountain. You don't need anything else when you have Him, because you reaching the highest tops already when you have
Hmm.
Him in your life. And I'm gonna tell you something. Every time I've been at my lowest point in life, thinking that nothing's gonna work out, something always comes through.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Miss Dovey.
I look at if people just let me see how I'm saying. If people just like how you say when you get to your lowest point, we have growth in life and with Christ. Okay? When we get down to our lowest point in our life, there is that new growth that's coming in. It's time for us to cross over into another level. Uh, 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 Shoot, I said it wrong. Anyway, basically, it's time for us to cross over into a new dimension because it just don't happen like that. It just don't things just don't happen. God, we are prepared. He only give us enough for what we need for today, but we are prepared as we move on. We are prepared. But if you don't see those signs, that's when you fall. But no,
Mm,
we're always supposed to be scribing and pulling. But when we drop, because we don't supposed to fall, we supposed to keep on. We supposed to keep on rising. So, and I'm gonna tell you, like I like to lose example like this. Anything in life, when you fall, that because that you didn't see the signs in front of you, it just don't happen like that.
mm.
It's
It's just
warning.
the test you're gonna have to go through again. I hear
Yeah.
you. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that you have to look at it like this here. For instance, I always use this here. When it coming down, it's in a school up ahead. First thing that it's gonna tell you, children is in the area. Then it's gonna tell you to slow down. Then
Right.
it's gonna tell you to flesh in God. Then it's gonna tell you to
Okay.
flesh and they think if you don't get all these signs, keep on going. You're gonna get a ticket from in the school zone speeding. So it's always is a warning. But in life, to me, when you fall, and each time that when you fall, that because that you reach that point, you reach that point, you got to break through that to get to the other, to get over to the other. Each time, it doesn't matter which way that you go around it, you're gonna still, if it be years from now, you're gonna come back to that same old
Mm-hmm.
downfall. You're gonna come in until you able to get it. You got to get it. Because if you don't get it, just like a test, you're gonna keep on failing this here test until
That's
you
it.
do it. And then you're
Yeah.
gonna be able to go through it, then you starting to rise up. There's something else gonna come out because it's all about a learning process in life.
Oh, Miss
Oh
Dovey
yeah,
giving y'all some word tonight. Come
okay.
on now.
And also too, I
He
want to
set
say
us
this
down
here.
sometime, don't he? He
Okay.
set us down.
And also too, I want to say something here to you, Charles, when you were saying something about that. God, God, and you say your husband. I think you say then you, then the children, right?
No, I said God's first,
Uh huh.
then my child, then my husband, and then my family.
No, no. It's God first. It's you. Everything is become from you. You got to be in good health in order to take care of them. If you not no good, who gonna get up and take care of them? So it's God first, then you. It's about me. This house don't run without me. I am important. I am needed. It's about me. So it's God, you, then everybody, then your husband, then come the kids. Because you got to be good for everybody.
You right,
Mm.
Miss Dovey. You
She
right. You
giving you
gotta,
some word. Look at that.
cause you gotta take care of yourself before you can
Yeah,
take care of anybody
you got to
else.
take care of yourself. Cleo, I think so. She do like some herbs, something that I think from natural. You got to be healthy. I mean, you got to take an exercise, eat right. Even if you get a cold or the sniffle, you got to keep on going. So you are very important.
Yes.
The man taking care of with the finance, you got to make sure the house run in order. Cause he don't know what to do.
No, you
You
right about that, Miss Dovey. You right about
you
that one.
don't know what to do. So it's you. You can even call yourself that you are the head. Because the house will fall apart. He's there for that finance and for you to distribute the way that supposed to keep the family as a whole. It's you.
You right, Miss W. You teaching because I'm gonna tell you something. I seem to forget to put myself in that pyramid, even
Uh-huh.
though I know I take care of myself, but I seem to forget myself in that pyramid, and I should. It should be God, yourself.
You have to make a conscious effort to actually put you in there because for you it's automatic. But if you just always go on auto, sometimes you need a little maintenance. And then when you actually think about it, you have to think about yourself a little bit. You have to be introspective. You have to be like, well, damn, I forgot about me. That's what happened. I forgot to make sure I was good. So yeah, it's like, yeah, you do gotta, sometimes pull back and look at the bigger picture and look at yourself in it as well, and make sure you put yourself in there and keep yourself up
Yeah, you
I,
got to
high and
because
lifted.
that, I mean, they will. I mean, you keep the house together. And they don't care. You got a bad cold. You not. They gonna still come and say, "My mama, will you open up the peanut butter? Daddy can be right there." It's just basically just life. I'm just teasing, but I'm just saying that's how.
oh
That's how
no,
I
you're
look at
right.
it.
You're right, Miss Dove. You ain't
No,
teasing.
I'm
You
just
telling
playing.
some
I'm just
facts.
teasing.
I
I just said
I
that. I
hear
just
you.
put that
You
out there.
telling some facts, Miss Dovey. That's the truth.
God is
Cause
an awesome
I'ma
God.
tell you what, them kids do be coming through. Daddy be sitting right there. But mama,
I
And
mean,
God forbid, don't go to the bathroom because they come in there too.
uh-huh.
Yes,
Hey,
they
let me ask
will. Oh my God, yes. Oh my
do
goodness,
y'all
yes, they
do y'all
will.
ladies, I gotta ask this to the ladies that have kids. Do y'all still do I call it the mama pants pull down where you barely do it just in case you just so used to them popping in the door that you barely pull your pants down when you go to the bathroom.
Yes.
I
Mm.
still
What's
do that.
wrong?
And mine's almost 18 and I
hilarious.
still do it.
Oh my God.
I
That's
told my husband
hilarious.
one time. I told him that one. I told him one time. I said that. I said that you don't know how to be no daddy. You want a friend.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, the kids all the time. Mom this and mom that. You read there? No, no, no. You want a friend. That's what you want. You want a friend.
Uh-huh.
That's what I said. Told my
Oh
husband.
goodness. Okay, y'all, look, check this out. I want y'all opinion on this. Let me play this real quick. I want y'all opinion. Okay. I love my butterflies. They always make sure I got this stuff. Let's go.
Outside watching children play this game called hopscotch. It looked real innocent, right? What if I told you there is no innocence in none of these games we played when we was children? This was all a ritual that set us up later on in life for the Matrix. The elites gave us games like this, and they took away real spiritual meaning. Remember, the program starts when you are a child. We were supposed to be learning about the body, personality, soul, and spirit. But they replaced sacred knowledge and gave us boxes with numbers in it. This game was dealing with the Kabbalah and the tree of life. Remember, they tell you the truth because they had to, not because they want to. Karma is a real thing, and they could always say, we did tell them. Well, they told us in a demonic way. But this story go a little deep. Stay with me. I want people to pay close attention to the numbers they use for this game. It starts from 1 and end at 10. This is connected to the 1 and 0 matrix computer code. The reason why you can't see 0 in this game is because we represent the 0. The 1 and 0 represents life and death. This is also connected to another game we used to play called tic-tac-toe. You have the 0 and the X. The Roman numeral for X is 10 or 10. They put us in a box since we was children. Go to school and sit down at your square desk and follow directions on the blackboard. By the way, please think outside of the box. This is the box they were speaking about. So many people believe that rituals just look like this. This is only one form. This is another form. Everything goes back to this planet Saturn, which is the black cube, or Cronus eating his own children. That's why the programs start when we are children. This system is eating us alive. We are no longer learning about spirituality, the soul, the cosmos, the universe, God, ether. We are not learning about nothing important no more. Our consciousness is now trapped in a cube. They took our spirits and made them numbers and trapped us in a box. Corporations, schools, religions, everything goes back to the cube. These people that control everything look at us like we are squares. By definition, a square is someone that don't understand what's going on. And last time I checked, we are the squares because we don't understand what's going on. Everything they taught us was a lie. Their entertainment was demonic. Remember they made us play this game when we was children called Hangman? Well, last time I checked, black people was really getting hung. So How is this a game? This also represents all of us because we are hanging, not overstanding what's going on. It's something they overstand that we don't overstand. And it goes back to this. If they can program you when you are young, they can actually mold and shape the future. Keep trying to tell people that we are the squares that's locked away in a prison. We are not free. Only so much I can say about this topic. How many people remember?
Okay. I know he said a whole bunch of stuff, but do y'all think that I'm just gonna ask this and y'all can chime in. Do y'all think that most of the games that we played as a kid is tied into a programming of sorts for human beings?
Everything is programming.
I agree.
Everything is programming. We, even in Christianity, even in the
I agree.
church, we have a lot of rituals that we perform. When we say prayers, we're actually never
Uh-huh.
mind. I ain't gonna even go there. But
Uh-huh.
Come on,
No,
bro.
no, 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 no,
cause,
no. Oh, you're right.
cause, because you know
When you
people,
say
we're
it, you're
casting
right.
when we're
Uh-huh.
saying certain things. Like we talk about every other person, but we have to do things in a certain manner. We have to do things in a certain order. We have to say it a certain way. We have to say certain words. We have to repeat certain words and things like that. We are
Uh-huh.
doing the
That's right.
same thing
Yep,
all over. But the thing about it is like who wins?
that's
what
true.
what do you allow in your spirit? What, how do you fight? Are you tapping into your spiritual man? Like it is a lot of things that's going on, but we're also taught that some people will get it and some people won't. We can't get mad at the people who don't, because we already know some won't.
Uh-huh. Also, too, you know, what it doesn't matter. I mean, Jennifer, whatever religion that you in, do you know that it's a cult?
Okay.
Uh,
Say again, I was coughing, my bad.
the religion that you in, that you believe in, don't you know that it's a cult? Uh-huh.
I understand what you
You
saying.
understand what I'm
I
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're
And
saying. Some
that's a cult.
yeah, some people is a negative connotation on
Yeah,
cult,
it's
but I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, it's like when you go to the church and when we pray and we do all that, that's the prayer that we praying. You can go to another church, they doing something else. That's what they are praying. We all believe in this cult right here. Okay, we believe in this religion, this cult right here. They believe in that this cult right here. That I don't like to say this here, but like they wearing all red and candles, all they got. All those is all the religion is a cult, and what you believe in and where you get it at. Same thing that Charles said that when she going to church, if she don't feel like at home, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, so that basic like when she feeling like that she is at home, that is the code. I feel the embrace that hey, this is where I want to be.
Mm.
But if you go somewhere else, you like I get no man, I don't get down. No, I'm out of here. So I understand what you said, but it all of it basic is a code and what you do, and they preach the religion what they want you to know. You don't think so? Look at all them preachers that's getting it all into this stuff that's going on out here on the YouTube screen.
Well,
It's all
you use the key phrase religious. There's a
oh yeah,
difference between being spiritual and being religious.
right.
And so the thing is, I like to ask people, if you believe that there's some evil out there and there's these things going on, like let's say witchcraft, and you say they're casting spells and they're doing this other stuff, and we got to be prepared, come up against it. But how do you come up against somebody casting if you don't cast yourself?
Uh-huh.
So
You
so
see what
our is
you're
our
right.
casting praying, or is it like, so it's like, what, what I'm saying, you got to think about it differently. Like it's like, we use these key phrases and these trigger phrases and things like that so we can come up against other people, but we're just fear mongering at that point.
And it,
And we're not actually getting back down to how we actually come up against it, recognize it, and know what we're actually doing and tap into our
Can I
power.
bring
So
up something? If you think about this, if God created everything, right? He created all. Didn't he also create magic? Didn't he also create all these other things that people say are evil, right? By definition, a lot of people say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
couldn't herbalism, some people even see that at natural healing remedies as witchcraft, right? That's what they used to say in the day. That's what they used to put.
Alchemy.
Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
used to put people on, and during the Salem witch trial, they would say they were witches and they would burn them at the stake, right? But didn't God give us those plants to use it in that manner? Didn't He
Mm-hmm.
create it all?
I think here's my opinion. Okay, it's just an opinion. I feel like it's the intent behind it because
There you go. Because if you said it, the Bible tells you, "So as a man thinketh." The meaning, as in the mind that you are in, when you actually speak that stuff, that the tongue can speak life and death on a situation. That means if I say something and then my intent is to be harmful, then that energy or that spiritual backing and power is going behind what I am saying. So
yeah.
therefore that's what I'm putting out there and I will get that back, and that's what you need to understand. So it's like, yeah, it's the intent. It's like, yo, if I'm saying it to harm you, then I probably will try to cause you some harm, and I probably will cause you some harm if you're weak. But if you're ready and prepared for it, I may not cause you harm, but I also cause myself harm because I'm also putting that energy out in the world, and I'm getting that back.
The tongue
Also, so
is
I
very
got a question to ask everybody. I got a question. Do you think do you think when you die that you goes to heaven?
Well,
Okay.
technically, we ain't got there yet, right?
No, 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 no. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just the fact that we talking. When you die, do you goes to heaven?
Okay, so this is my opinion, okay, and this is from my little studying that I do. I don't claim to know everything, but I do
Mm.
know there's a place called the Gulf. It's like a holdover, okay, and actually, it's even mentioned as that's considered hell as well. Okay, you got Shiloh, you got Hades, and you got the pits. I forgot what it's called. And when people pass away, they are in what is called a holdover because, like,
Mm.
go back in one of the books of the Bible, there's a story to where
Sorry.
the rich man he's on one side and Lazarus is on the other side, and the rich man asks, can you please let Lazarus stick his finger in the water to put out the burning of my tongue. But it was explained to him that even though you may see whatever, you can't cross those two because there's a gulf in between. So I think there is a holdover that I call a holdover before we all, get our final placement where we're going. So I hope I answered that.
Okay. This is
Y-
this is this is what. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Somebody
Oh
can.
no, I was just gonna say because it was, just like we Christians believe that there's supposed to be the great judgment and things like that, and you will be placed here or there. It's like we haven't gotten there because we're still here. Like as people, we're still here. We haven't gotten to that place yet. So I was like, I don't know. Can somebody be in heaven yet? Like, have we
I
gotten to
know
it yet?
still yet
I
to
don't think
do the
that's true.
Bible is there to prepare for you. But this my this is my take on it as studying,
Okay.
just studying. No, we do not go to heaven. We don't. Heaven is where God at. That's his home. Jesus said in John 14, he said, I go and prepare a place for you. Where I am, you shall be also. So Jesus went to prepare the place for us. But heaven is God's home. We going where Jesus at, because see there, he said it. John 14, where I am, you should be also. I'm going to prepare a place for you.
Mm. I see what you're saying. And so you're saying that you're saying that the place is prepared. In your opinion, the place is prepared already, or no?
No,
Because
we don't know. Just like you said, we're not dead. But Jesus, it never saying that we're going to heaven. No, that is God's place. That's God's house. Jesus is going to prepare a place for us. Where he at, we shall be there also. That's what he said.
But see, and even with that, it says that Jesus is on the right hand of the Father giving the
that's what I was gonna say.
just
Ask about
if
that
he's on the
part.
right hand of God giving the intercessor, that means Jesus is actually where God is.
Well, I don't I don't look at and interpret of that. I just interpret as that what Jesus said, I'm going to prepare a place for you. Because it's the
Well,
Father,
that's
the Son,
like,
and it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's an
See,
order. I'm sorry about that, y'all.
no,
I'm
you
sorry.
fine.
Hold on,
You
y'all,
go
wait a
ahead.
minute. Let me go and get my pump. Go ahead and talk, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
that's that.
Okay.
I want to touch on something that Dovey
Go
just
ahead,
said.
no, go ahead and talk.
Our our interpretation, right, of the good book. Like a lot of people argue about their interpretation, right,
Yeah.
and say this is the right way, this is the only way. And I don't believe that's true because each one of us can have differences of opinions. We won't know the full truth until we get to where we're going.
Hey
And
man.
just like I'm not going to be judged based on Creole's book of life or JB's or Miss Dovey's, I'm going to be judged on what I do in my life. And the
Absolutely.
only thing that I do know for certain is that there is a God. I do
Yep.
know for certain that I'm going to try to be the best human that I can be while I'm
Yep.
on this earth.
Yep.
And it's up to him on where he sends me when I go there.
I
That's
know
the
that.
full circle conversation. It
No,
goes back to have your own relationship.
no.
And I'm going to tell you, I've never pushed
Thank
my
you, God.
son to have that relationship. And I'm going to explain to you why. Because my husband was pushed away, but because he saw that through me, right, that the way that I believe, you know what I'm saying, even though his belief is different, he believes in Catholicism, right? Um
Mhm.
and I'm a Protestant, so we have a little bit of difference there. Um I showed him what God's love is, because to me, that's one of the things that a lot of people spread that is awful to me is the hate. God, my God is love, and my God loves every one of us. It don't matter if you falter, don't matter if you fall, you can pick yourself right back up. And if you do sin on this earth, you can go to Him and ask for forgiveness, no matter what you've done. And I do mean no matter what, even somebody as evil as Jeffrey Dahmer. If he asked God for forgiveness before he died, he may have gotten forgiven for them sins. And I mean, really mean it. I don't
Right.
mean just, oh, I'm sorry, God, I did it, but I'm gonna keep go doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's not the same thing. But here's my question to y'all: do y'all believe that any person can be forgiven for sin, no matter what how bad the sin is?
Yes, I do believe that God will forgive you for anything unless that you kill yourself.
Well, how can you ask for forgiveness if you
I
killed
know, so
yourself?
that's telling you right then. He'll forgive you for anything. Unless that you
I
forgive yourself. He can't forgive you for that. Because guess what? You can't ask for forgiveness. Because you gone.
Okay, so of course, here I am again,
Yeah,
y'all.
it may come and he forgive you for anything, but you still have to pay. You have to govern the land. You still have to pay. Do you know that the people that accidentally got 86 last night or 86 just 5 minutes ago, and you hear, oh, Johnny don't lost his life, this, that, another. Do you know is his number not called? He just there in the casket, just resting. You got people that been gone 100 years. If they never have not been called, they just there resting. They just there. Bones and they just there. Cause we all got a number. We all got a number. So it doesn't matter. You know. I'm just saying somebody get.
I know what you mean
Like
and
you
stuff.
don't
You're
have to
talking
come and
about
get
the
firearm or
rapture.
something. And all they go ahead on that. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are dead. But guess what? Like who did they? Just like I used to say, they was in a holding spot.
Okay, JB.
Whoever said that, because they never have not been called. People been dead for 100 years, hundreds of years. They never have not been called yet.
So,
Because
do you believe in the
Uh,
rapture? Do
let
y'all
me let
believe
me
in the
let me answer your
rapture?
question first. Let me answer your first question, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Creole. I'm
go
ahead of
ahead, I'm
myself.
sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you fine. My opinion is I believe everything but blasphemy, and that's because the book said no.
Hmm? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. What you say?
She asked, "Do you believe that you can be forgiven for anything, no matter what?" And I said, "I believe you can be forgiven for anything but blasphemy, because the book said that's the one thing God does not forgive is blasphemy."
That's what Quay believed the same way.
Okay.
My
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I do believe that. Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
agree,
okay, now my
and I
first.
still do
Mhm.
believe that he forgive you for anything else that you kill yourself. He can't forgive you for that.
Here's a debate topic that I think also
He can't
goes
forgive you
along
for
with
that.
religion.
Because the
Um,
dead can't talk.
some
And
people believe the rapture's already happened, and some people believe that it's coming again. Like some people believe the book of Revelations has already happened, right? And we're
Mhm.
living in the after times. Then some people believe the book of Revelations is a you're headed towards it, right? It's like a guidebook kind of situation. So how do y'all view the book of Revelations?
I believe personally that the rapture has not happened yet because there's several things that have to happen first. And then one of the things it says the dead in Christ shall rise first. Y'all haven't been sitting there seeing bodies fly out from the grave and everything. So we know that that hasn't happened yet. But do I think we in very much the last end of the end times? Absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you where I believe we are right now. And this is just my opinion.
okay.
Matthew 24. We're in Matthew's 24. If you read Matthew's 24, it tells you everything that's going on right now. And then also it follows up in Matthew's 24 and said, but the end is not yet now.
Go
It's
ahead. Tell it.
it's still a lot that has to happen before.
Uh-uh.
But yeah, we are getting close. But that's how I feel. Okay, I'm out. Go ahead, y'all.
I ain't got nothing to say. You said it. I ain't got nothing to say. Tell it.
Me
I ain't
myself,
got nothing to say.
I
Tell it.
I
My
believe
God,
we've
my
went through
God.
I believe we went through a few raptures. I think we went through a few. I'm not talking about rising of Christ. I'm talking about like if you look at like when God destroyed the earth with water and such, right? I believe He has touched down a few times and put His hand on us and be like, "Hey, hey," you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the full rapture. I'm not talking about the coming of Christ, right? I'm talking about
You talking about
spat
the
us
earth? You
down.
talking about the earth restarting again?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, the earth restarting again. I believe that too. I do because remember, okay, I had asked a question, and I had asked it to some of the people that I teach, and I said, if God, okay, destroyed the earth with water, He destroyed everything, and He did it because of the Nephilims. Okay, He drowned all the Nephilims and blah 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 blah. All right, where did the new set of giants come from? Because after Noah them got settled and they went to their various places, the ites like Amalekites, Amorites, all of them, they were giants. And remember, Moses set out people to scavenge the land, like to go scout out the land. And when they came back with to Moses as a report, they said, we are like grasshoppers to them. They was referring to giants. Okay. Case, where did all and I know where, but I like to ask this question: where did the Giants come from?
Me, myself, and I. If God created me, right?
Yeah.
He created everything. And that would make and that makes me go back to think to redo some scripture and reread myself. You just gonna make me do some more research because that makes a lot of sense on how them pyramids was built. I'm just saying.
Okay. Now, okay. So Let me tell you what I learned. Okay. Let me just tell you what I learned. I'm not saying this the be all the end all. I'm just telling you what I learned. This is what I learned. What I learned is the new giants came. Okay. The reason why, and I have to go this way, y'all. Forgive me. Okay. We got about
Go
50.
ahead. I'll take your time. Take your
Okay.
time.
We got 15 more minutes, then we out of here, okay? But
Okay, then go ahead. Take your time.
the
Do
reason
it.
why God destroyed the earth, okay, was because of the same thing that's happening now, right? They were splitting cells. They was doing all this stuff. Like that's where the dinosaur era came from. All of that was during the Noah era. Okay. They turned lizards into pterodactyls to dinosaurs and all this stuff. And they was putting different things together. The what's some things with the horse front legs and the men back legs and
Centaur.
there you okay. All of that was going on. It was so much going on that was trying to do what God had already done that the people was crying out. And so it even in the Bible it says God regretted that He made man. Okay, it was so much going on. He regretted that He made man. So He said, "I'm going to just kill the whole world and start over again." So that's when He contacted Noah, and He contacted Noah because out of everybody, Noah was of pure blood. Noah was the only one. His blood was the only one that had not been spliced, sliced, redone, and all that. He was actually a pure blood person. So when he contacted Noah to start over the earth, him and his sons and his wife and their sons, okay, his women, their wives. So they started over. After the 40 days and 40 nights and the ark settled, they went into various places. The reason why there was, after a while, giants again is because inside of Noah's daughter-in-laws, they carried the seed of the giants. So after they started having children in different parts of the world, that seed was rekindled again, and that's where the giants came from. Noah was perfect, but the women wasn't.
Hmm.
Oh,
That gives food for thought right there, because I've never really truly thought about, um, like actual giants being real or anything like that. I never thought about them being a complete different,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
they were real because the father, what did they call him? Where's TC when I need her? I forget.
She was just in here too.
I
She was.
know.
I'm here. I'm listening, y'all. Come on. I'm
Okay,
listening, y'all. I'm here. I'm listening.
when they called the sons of God. There we go. Woo! I was like, what is it? The sons of God. They were angels. They were special angels, actually. And when they came down here, they got kicked out of heaven. They actually taught men different things that we were never supposed to know. We were never supposed to know how to make weapons. We were never supposed to know about minerals. We was never supposed to know about makeup. It was just a whole lot of things that man was never supposed to know. But when they came down here, they fell in love with how women look because they wasn't used to seeing us, and they actually slept with us, which made them have kids, and their kids was called giants. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, and so that's how all that came about, and blah blah blah. I mean, it's really interesting. It's in the word. It's really really interesting, and it's also in Enoch. Book of Enoch, it talks about it as well. It's a whole bunch of giants that a whole bunch of sons of God that is actually still locked up in the pits of hell too, for the simple fact that they're down there until God does return. You know, that's like the all cardinal sin that was made. Just like the oldest book of the Bible is Job. A lot of people don't know that. They think it's Genesis. No, it's actually Job. And the thing about it is, in that book, God asks, he has a conversation with Satan. He asked him, where have you been? Think about it. All of them were able to come to God up in heaven and present their gifts, I present themselves. And
Mhm.
Satan was able to come too. That used to blow my mind. That right there blew my mind. And I'm like, how was he able to still have access to heaven? If you read Job, it's in the first chapter. He was able to present himself to God. And God asked him, where have you been? Like, son, where you been? And he said, going to and fro, seeking who I may devour.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
That's good. I got a question. Do y'all on Earth? Do y'all think so? This is hell right here on Earth.
Charlie.
I believe I will say that sometimes I think that, my brain goes back and forth with different things, right? There's so much suffering that we see. Like, look at, can we explain why 2-year-old children get cancer? I mean, we can medically, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah, I
the
understand.
the innocent suffering, right? The innocence, because they are innocent. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They
Yeah.
don't understand sin to create it, right?
Mhm.
So when you look at it, sometimes you think, and you stop think, are we are on hell on earth? You know what I'm saying? And have we went through those times and we don't realize it, and we're sitting here already in it and don't know it? Then you stop to think about, in a second sense, has it happened yet or has it not? Because there is a lot of suffering on this earth right now, but I think suffering also comes into the fact of, like JB was talking about earlier, what karma you put out sometimes don't rebound on you. It hits those you love.
Mhm. Mhm. This is what I have to say. Cleo, you want to respond to that before I answer? You
Do
want to
I
respond?
I do I
Do you think so that it's hell on earth? That we in hell right now, or hell on earth?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. Okay, this is my point of how I see it. Okay, the father came and he got his son in the third day, right? Okay, he brought his son up to heaven with him. He also too, the devil was up there. Remember now, his father. You remember Jesus rose from the dead. You see, the devil was right there besides God. You remember God kicked the devil out of heaven to hell. You never did hear now time that God came and brought the devil back up to heaven. That means it's hell on earth. The devil is walking on earth.
I do know that he was able to have access to earth because he got kicked out of heaven. I do understand that.
And he never did come out. God ain't never came and got him.
He yeah, it's deep.
So
I
that means that it's hell on earth. Not saying that, no, that it's hell on earth. Like didn't like what we were talking about, like what you were saying with the babies. Somebody got to pay. And sometimes that a grandmother, maybe say 100 years ago, it just landed on you, the one that has to pay. Somebody in the family gonna have to pay. That's why a lot of these kids are sick and this, that, and other. Somebody got to pay. It can come from 100 years ago. It was in the family, but it's landed on you, the one that have to pay, whatever that it is. But yeah, that's what I feel. That's my opinion how I looked at it. He went, he got Jesus, he brought Jesus back up to heaven. He kicked the devil to hell to on earth, so that means that's hell on earth. That's how I look at it.
Now, I will say this: I have felt negative spirits that are demonic on this earth, and I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you something. If you see me walk in a room and walk out and go, "Nope," and I ain't going there, you better nope out too, because I don't felt some bad negative. And I'm gonna tell you, the first time I ever felt the Holy Ghost ever in my life,
My
there
God,
was a
please.
there was a preacher that I used to visit his church, and there were only 10 of us, so we couldn't keep the door open. But I'm going to tell you something. This man couldn't read or write a lick, but his wife read him the word, and he knew that Bible back and forth. And when this man preached, you got cold chills all over your body, up and down,
Mhm,
every hair on your body standing up. And I ain't never felt the good Lord in the church like I did that day.
You
mhm.
know what's so funny, Charlie? When I was younger, you know those books, See Dog Run, See
Hmm.
Jill. I couldn't do those, but I could read the Bible. I could read.
That's the same thing with me.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say, "That child reads that word like she wrote it." I could, I mean, all the and begot this and begot. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. I could read it back. It was backwards and forward.
My son was saying the Lord's Prayer when he was only a year and a half old. I mean, completely. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And and
Mhm.
and I'm talking about hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. You know what I'm saying? The original, the OG, not the cutesy version that they teach that doesn't have all the stuff.
Yeah,
Um, and he was saying that when he was a year and a half. And speaking, he could say it better than he could, like you said. So I do believe that if you hand a child the Bible and they can read that Bible, they have gifted by God and
yep,
touched.
yep,
Mm.
yep. Yep. I could tell y'all some stuff. It'll make the hurdle back of y'all neck stand up, but I'll hold that for another time.
I
And
thank
everything.
you for letting me come over. I
Are
enjoyed
you
Thank you for
welcome, Miss
visiting.
Dovey?
and
Oh, you taught us some word, Miss Dovey. We
we gonna
love it.
don't
Wasn't
forget
she
now,
giving some
y'all
word?
get notification. Y'all know I go and do prayer between 4:30 and 4:45 in the morning. It be anointing to your soul. Your spirit will arise. Just come through. If you need prayer, you can leave it on my community line, and we will touch and agree. Yes, Lord. It's anointing in the room. Yes, we gonna do this here thing. Yes, Lord.
All right now.
I'm gonna tell you something. If
Mm.
it wasn't for prayer, I wouldn't be here today.
I know that's
Amen.
right. Come on now.
Amen.
At 20 years old, they called in my entire family and said I wasn't gonna make it. Neither was my son. So if you want to see a miracle and the doctors can't explain why I survived, you're looking at one. And it was a prayer circle that saved my life. Two of them actually.
Okay.
Praise
Amen.
God.
Come on. Come on. And see, the ministry that I have, I actually have a deliverance ministry. I don't talk a lot about it because people don't believe, and I ain't trying to convince nobody. I just, I ain't trying to convince nobody at all. But I am smart enough and open enough to understand different things. And people know. I tell y'all, you don't have to agree with me to be over here on my platform. That's a dictatorship. We can always love each other enough to disagree to agree to disagree.
Right.
And who knows, I might learn something. Cause see, even though I got a degree in a whole bunch of stuff, I don't know everything.
Peace and blessings, mixology.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know everything. And I'd be the first to tell people, oh really? And if anything, it'll make me go study some more. I'm that type of person. It's like, makes me go study some more. But yeah, so it's a let me okay, case in point. Okay, I gotta tell, but I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna leave this for the last thing. Y'all got anything else y'all wanna say?
I just want to say thank you for having me. I love y'all. Don't
Love
matter,
you too, Charlie.
I'm gonna say that through not just being brothers and sisters in Christ, but just as a person in general, because there's so much hate in this world. Why can't we love each other
Come
instead?
on. Yes.
And
Mm.
everybody comes to Him in their own time, and whatever time limit, don't push yourself. Just in your own time, find Him. But I love y'all and thank you for having me. Beautiful.
Love you
All
too.
right. You're welcome,
Um,
sis.
Bye.
I wish that we all that can have. Oh, she gone. Okay, I just was hoping that we all just could hold our hand up to the screen and we all just can touch and agree and just have a moment of prayer. That's it. But she gone. So anyway, I thank you, my darling,
All
and I'm
right,
gonna
you're
come
welcome,
back.
love. Come back sometime, Miss
Oh
Dovey.
yeah, man. Of course. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Dad. I'm still looking for your daddy. I'm so glad you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you know my sense of humor. I just be playing. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Bye bye. Big
absolutely.
up yourself. Bye.
Bye.
Mhm.
JB, you got something you want to leave us with, boo?
I just wanted to say I had a great time as usual. Thank you for having me.
Good.
Sorry I was late, but YouTube lied to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to, you know what? We're gonna have to just start communicating directly. Like, what time you going?
Okay.
Cause
Yeah, that's why I put my email in the thing so that way
okay, I'm gonna be
you can,
honest.
yeah.
Me and emails don't get along.
Okay, see, you gotta email me first so I know that you that person. So that way I can give you my IG. Cause it's only
Okay,
two people that's on YouTube that's got my IG. Now
okay,
Charlie can touch me anytime. Charlie got my phone number and stuff. That's my sister.
okay.
Yeah, so that is what it is.
Yeah.
I think Mixology got my how she can reach out and touch them too. So I just don't do it with everybody because it's always people on here looking to get in. I just
Listen, I already know. Trust me, I already took precautions. But yeah, but besides that, I wanted to just say thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Miss Dovey. Thank you everybody who came through and engaged and
yeah.
didn't engage and just listened. I appreciated it. And the replay gang, love you. Replay gang.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. We got ADHD. We be forgetting because
Right.
I don't. I got like 20 email addresses and like half of them are full. I can't even receive or send messages right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's that serious. I get over 100 notifications a day on my phone, and I don't check them because I don't feel like it. But then if I clear them out, I won't never go back. So I'll be trying to like keep it in my line of sight, but yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm trying to get better. I'm working on it. I'm
I
working on
feel
it.
you. I feel you, boo.
Yeah, but I again, thank you. I love it. Can't wait to your interview with Saint Shady on July 11th. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait. I kind of want to ask him a couple of shady
I might
questions.
see if he's okay with me bringing you up, like towards the end, so you can ask, what you want to ask if I don't hit on it. He probably
Hmm.
will, yeah, because St. James don't care.
Yeah, he don't. But yeah, just everybody be blessed. You know what I'm saying? Just know that you are blessed. That's what you need to know.
Okay. Now.
That's what it is. Yeah, but see you later.
All right. Talk to you later. Okay, y'all. I got one last want to leave y'all with. Okay. Okay, so I told y'all that my ministry is actually my personal ministry that I have, even my church that I founded. Okay, I became a pastor in 2010. I know a lot of y'all don't know that, but I became a pastor in 2010. Okay, and everything. So I kept my ministry. I don't have my building because I actually have been going other places, helping other churches and building other churches and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. The deliverance ministry that I have is really, really not everybody can do that. Okay, not you need to know. You really need to know because you can get yourself into something you can't get out of. But I wanted to tell you all that one day in the church, we were praying for different people, and y'all know I'm a prophet too. Okay, those of you all that don't know now, those of you all that's been following me, this is nothing new. And I remember telling them to cover the kids and everything, okay, because spirits is always looking for hosts. Just in case you don't know that, they're always looking for hosts. And for those of you all who don't believe in spirits, that's fine. I'm not trying to convince you. It is what it is. What I'm saying is the truth. It's actually been documented, to be honest. Okay, so we got to praying for this one particular person, and this demon came up out of this person and actually started trying to choke out the pastor. Actually, actually still trying to choke out the pastor, literally putting their hands around the pastor's neck, trying to choke out the pastor, speaking in a different voice and everything. Okay. So, stuff like that does happen. And I know y'all see a lot of that on the movies and stuff. And, people, I don't bother me, blah, 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 blah. But being a deliverance ministry and being a deliverance preacher like myself, it's a lot of things I don't watch because I've already been a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what I do. I deliver people for Christ. I deliver people for God. So I don't have to watch a movie that, furniture moving and all of that and stuff because I've seen that done. I don't have to watch a movie where I hear voices change out of a person or a baby speaking like a grown man. I've seen that. So, I just want y'all to be prepared because I prophesied to you all last year in 2024 that as of 2025, towards the end, you will start seeing more of this stuff that's going to be coming popular. You're going to start seeing more things. You're going to start seeing more, demonic spirits. You're going to start seeing more things that you can't. There is no rhyme or reason why things is happening the way that it is. That's what you're gonna, and so you got to be careful that you shut all doors, you shut all gates. What is the gates? Your gates is anything that gives access in your body. Okay, your mouth gate, your nose gate, because you can smell something and it can enter into your spirit as well. Your eye gate, your top of your head. You got to watch people who gets on your head, who does your hair, because it can enter into your opening, a gate. Okay, so you have to be careful with that. And I'm only telling those that are listening. If this ain't you, don't listen, don't pay me no attention, think I'm crazy, keep it moving. See, we don't even got to argue about it because I'm not trying to convince nobody. But the Bible said, let those who have an ear hear what the Spirit is saying. Okay, so I just want you to know a lot of things that you go through is because of your gates being open, the things that you allow access in your life, in your home, in your automobile, in your presence. You got to start closing these things off, y'all. You got to, because what's going to happen? Okay, and you heard it here first. What's going to happen is some of the stuff is going to start manifesting within your home. Some of the stuff is going to start manifesting within your cars. Some of the stuff is going to start manifesting within the people you know. They're going to start manifesting who they are. Also, warning, if you go to a store in your neighborhood, okay, and again, I always have to give this disclaimer. If you don't believe, I ain't talking to you. So we ain't got to argue. See how that work? I don't believe what she's saying. Okay, may the Lord watch between me and us while we're absent one from another. Amen. The benediction has been given. Goodbye. Okay, but for those of you that know that there's something a little bit higher than yourself, that God may just be on the throne somewhere, and that the enemy might just be mad at you because you got a chance to go to heaven and he don't. Okay, if that's you, check this out. What's going on now is there will be certain situations that's going to start. Okay. Unfortunately, we are at war. Even though you don't hear anything about it, we are at war. Okay. And I told y'all last year that there would be a lot of things happening because of people who are already here. Okay. In other words, I think they call them sleeper cells. I think that's what the term of them is. It's where people have been sitting here even as a kid and they have normal lives and everything. But when they hear a certain buzzword or they hear a certain clue or whatever, they'll start like going into places, shooting it up, bombing themselves and things of that nature. That is something that the United States have not seen. It happens in other countries, but not here. But because, and it does not give me pleasure saying this, but because of what we have done and turned our back on God, we're about to start seeing stuff like here. So in these little stores that you all go to and you see people from other countries, Fala and all of them and stuff, and they so sweet and they so nice, make sure you're prayerful. Make sure if you get that feeling, don't go in that store today, that you don't go. Make sure, okay? Because unfortunately, I'm serious. It's that's just where we are right now. That's where we are. Stay prayerful. Stay prayerful. Stay prayerful. Uh, yeah, and this is not doom and gloom. This is just warning you all because I love you and God loves you. And it's better to know and be prepared than not know and you walk into something or your child walk into something or whatever the case may be. Make sure you watch who you put in your car, because I tell y'all, stuff is manifesting. Some of the people that you trust is gonna show you that they really never cared for you, and unfortunately, it's gonna come through some people you really really trust, like family members and friends. And it's some of y'all you gonna deal with that this week coming up. Somebody actually that you thought was just so whatever, they're gonna say something to you that's gonna really hurt your feelings, and you won't believe that they said that to you or they did that to you. I'm telling you, it's manifesting. So guard your heart. Make sure you just cover yourself. Make sure you cover yourself. TC, there you are. I asked for you earlier anyway. But you got to, y'all. God does not. And I had a hard time. Let me be honest with y'all. I told y'all that one day I was supposed to come on, but I got into a depression and blah, 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 because it was so much hitting me spiritually that I couldn't believe. And I had a problem with God. Can I be honest with y'all? I had a problem with God. I couldn't believe he was letting all this happen. Even though I know things got to happen for Jesus' return, if you believe in that. But I just couldn't believe. I'm like, what about because I start feeling the sufferings of the people. I start feeling, and I couldn't handle it. I had to like close in. I couldn't talk to nobody. I needed him to deal with me because I was feeling it all. And that's the one thing I don't like about being a prophet, is because I see, hear, and feel. I do all three. That's the difference in me and a whole lot of other people. I sit in the office of one. I'm not just, some people can prophesy because it's a gift, but I sit in the office of a prophet. That's totally different. Okay. That's different. And I just couldn't shake that. Not saying I'm better than anybody, but I'm just letting you know. Okay. So, when I tell y'all, like I've been telling my people for 4 years, maybe 5 actually, stock up, store up, blah, blah, blah. Y'all hearing that from everybody now. Everybody named Mammy talking about it now. So it shouldn't be no big thing. Okay. But I'm more or less worried or concerned about people's spiritual life. That's where I'm at. Because if you don't have discernment, you are in bad shape. You need discernment. You need discernment now to go to the grocery store. You see what I'm saying? Like you need discernment. It ain't a thing to whether I need it or not. No, you need discernment. You may not have nothing else, but if you got discernment, that means you're still connected to God in some type of way, and he's talking to you. Okay. And another thing, don't get into none of these stupid arguments this week coming up. I'm telling y'all what I see. Don't get into none of these stupid arguments this week coming up with people about trivia stuff. Well, why you weren't? Well, why are you going right? Why don't we go left? Well, why'd you look at me, 10 seconds longer than you see, you know how dumb that stuff sounds? Because what that does is get you off kilter. You get frustrated. You start worrying about, well, why did this person confront me like that? Now you're going against what you should be doing, and now it's bad for you. Also, food. I don't know about y'all, but I've been warned about food. Pray over your food. If you can, cook more at home. Or if you know some people that you trust that, sell their little dinners and everything, get it from them. Pray over your food. I'm going to say that again. Pray over your food, okay? Because some things ain't right, y'all. And it's not right by a long shot. The water that you get, make sure it's real water. And I cannot believe I'm even saying this. Make sure it's real water. And stock up on your water. If you got 5 people in your house, each one of y'all need 2 cases of water. And that's to drink. And then you need a case to use for cooking or bathing, just in case something happens to the grid. Now, here's how you know something's going to happen. Everybody's been having problems with their phones. Everybody. It's either been stalling, going slower, been off. Everybody's been having problems with their phone. That's internet, that's Wi-Fi. Okay? That's all I'm able to say about that. You know. See, come on, JB. I know. And so I'm just trying to tell y'all, y'all need to get some neem. Cannot talk. Some neem. Neem is something you need to get. And I can't wait for my members only. I've been waiting on Google to send me whatever they said I need to get to confirm the pen or whatever. And they said they mailed it. So I'm still waiting. So I'm just going to tell y'all need to order some neem, NEEM. You need to order some oregano oil. You need to order some castor oil. You need to order some black seed oil. Dandelion, you can get it however you can get it. And you really need some soursop. That's all I'm going to say right now with that. If you got to argue with me on why, don't get it. We beyond that at this point. Everybody knows that when I see something, I tell y'all what to get and hold on to it, because I'm going to break it down at a later date on what all it does. But I don't have the time right now to get into why you need all these things. So I ain't saying you got to get it all at one time, but you do need to get some now. And then your next batch that you get the other. But you do need to have it. You really do need to have it. And you can get dandelion tea from Kroger. All you got to do is go down there 1 hour. They got dandelion tea. You can just pick up the tea. You ain't got to wait for the supplement or the pills or the whatever. Just get you some tea. However you can afford it. Yeah, castor oil. Let me tell you what castor oil do real quick. If you put castor oil in your belly button at night, it goes into your body and destroys and breaks up anything that is anti-inflammatory. If you got any type of cyst, if you got any type of fibroids, anything that shouldn't be there basically, and it pushes it out of your body. All you gotta do is drop a couple of drops in your navel at night and go to sleep. That's it. Another thing, if you having floaters in your eye or you having eye issues, put a little bit on your fingers and rub it up under your eye, not in your eye, up under your eye. What it does is penetrate and break up all of that again and pushes it out of your system. That's for castor oil. Yeah, oregano oil is good for infections and a whole bunch of other stuff. Neem, we'll get into that later. But I'm just telling y'all, I gave y'all what y'all need. So, let's keep each other in prayer, y'all. Seriously, I thank y'all. I thank y'all for coming over and supporting us. I love when JB come up here. I love when my boo come up here. My sister from another mister. Y'all know Charlie. She's a wealth of information. Both of them are, honey. So when I'm around people who's more intelligent than me, I get quiet because I'm trying to learn like y'all. I want to sit back and listen. I want to sit back and listen, like, okay, So, yes, honey. Yes, I love when they come over here. And we will be doing it again. Yes, we will. Don't get it twisted. Thank you to all the people who came, like I said, to support us. The Hood Table, Mixology, uh, um, who else? Miss Dovey loves me some Miss Dovey. Y'all heard her, what she does every morning. Please support her. Um, it was somebody Hebrew, good seeing you, baby. Zero, good seeing you as well. And Kim B, thank you so much. Korean, thank you so much. And I appreciate all of y'all. I really do. I'm trying not to overtalk y'all. Miss TCHBC. That's my sister from another mister. I wouldn't say it. I you silly. Yeah, and TC, she tried that name, honey. She's tried that name. So, uh, I am going to tell y'all some herbs next week if you're dealing with high blood pressure, just in case for some reason it's not covered anymore, what you'll need to get. But one thing I will let y'all know now, if you're dealing with high blood pressure, most likely that's a magnesium deficiency. Okay. And it means that you're carrying sodium that is building up, it's building water outside of your cell. You need to pull the water inside of the cell. So if you get something like pink Himalayan sea salt, Celtic salt, those and just put a little bit on your tongue. I'll put a little bit in some water and drink it. It pulls it. What happens is it pulls the water from the outside of the cell that causes swelling. You know how your ankles and your feet swell and all that and stuff. That's because water is building up outside of your cell instead of inside. Okay. So it's not salt per se, but if you're using like the iodine salt, it's good for flavor, but as far as the healthy part of it, no. Okay. So, in order to reverse the swelling, what you need to do is get you, first of all, some magnesium. Okay. Magnesium glycinate is one of the best magnesiums you can get. You want to take that at night. One, it helps you sleep and it helps to recalibrate your body. Okay. Two, you want some pink Himalayan salt or Celtic salt. And what you want to do is put a little bit in some water and drink it. Okay. Or if you're going to use it as part of your cooking mechanism, that's fine too. What'll happen is it'll start pulling the water from the outside of the cell into the cell, and your swelling will start going down. It'll lessen your body. That way, your blood pressure will start going down because your heart is not beating so fast because of the swelling. Okay. So I just gave y'all two things: magnesium. Okay. Glycinate is a good one. What's that? Thionate is another one, but that's kind of expensive. So I stick with glycinate. That's a good one. All right. And it's not so harsh to where it makes you run to the bathroom and poop. Okay. It works gentle with your body and it helps your body. All right. So that's what you need. And you'll notice that if you start those two, you'll notice your blood pressure switching. It'll start coming down naturally. Another thing, potassium. Potassium and magnesium are sisters and brothers. Okay. Potassium and magnesium are sisters and brothers. And because even bananas is only 300 and something milligrams of potassium, you actually, with a healthy body, you need 4,600 mgs a day. Okay. You know how many bananas and stuff you would have to eat to get all that? So you'll never be able to get all that. Even if you take supplements, that's still 300 something, per pill. That's too much. So what you want to do is start eating more green vegetables. what you want to do is, every now and then get you a banana, get you some avocado, get you, things of that nature. You start putting potassium in your body food wise. And then if you need a supplement, you can do that as well. Okay. So, that's enough. I ain't gonna bore y'all with all the rest of that. Yeah, magnesium is a must. Mm-hmm. Magnesium is a must. But I do love you guys. I do. And like I said, remember, no matter what the test, always, always, always do your best. It's been a blessing talking to you all tonight. Y'all pray for me because a sister is tired and I still got to go in here and make up my bed. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I might do? Just get in my bed and give me a blanket and pull over me and be done with it until tomorrow because I'm tired. Okay. I'm trying to stay up a little bit for ODS, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it. Anyway, y'all, I love you guys. Again, remember, no matter what the test, always do your best. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to send your girl a cash out, if you scan my picture or something up her, you can do it. If not, thank you anyway. Love you. Smooches.